All right, Shalom Israel. Welcome back to our Wednesday's class, and let's go ahead and write this down. Salakia for being a little late. You know, we couldn't control certain circumstances and traffic, but the water for coming out both in class and online. Shout out to our brothers and sisters, Kawakam, Guatemala, Amiatazai in London. We got Stream of Wisdom brothers in New York, Virginia, Houston. Shout out to them brothers. Can't wait to see brothers on the up and coming Feast of Tabernacles. You know, that's always exciting. You know,
we put 30th, right?
Yeah. Think the 30th, but we got the no Tabernacles. Yeah. But we got Day of Atonement before that. Yeah, but not Day of Atonement though. Feast of Tabernacles. But we want to celebrate Feast of Tabernacles with our brothers, man. And I wish, you know, we can. The venue is straight, but either way it goes, no matter what the venue looks like, it's always a good time. You know what I'm saying? We always have a great time with brothers and sisters. Let me make sure we own.
Is it the same one from last year?
No, actually, the venue is different, and it should be a little bit bigger. Actually, as a matter of fact, yeah.
Last year was big.
And so, you know, for those that got their got information, please come join us. That's watching us online. If you can make it, please make it. It's great, man. Great time last year. Hopefully, the Most High bless us again. All right. Just in modern news, common news, up-to-date news, you know, Prigozhin, the mercenary boss from Russia, they said he went down in a plane today.
Yeah.
Yes, you know, Troy put that online. Said he went down in an aircraft, 10 people with him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, who knows? You know, his name was on the manifest, so you know, and we don't know if that's, you know, fake news or real news, but. They said
Putin took him out.
They said the plane was shot down. The jet was shot down. But you know, just you know, we got, you know, these things are critical. You know, I mean, as we watching literally the world unfold right in front of our eyes. You know, what's going on in Russia, Nigeria, and what's going on in France. How the French colonist countries or African countries are rebelling against France, burning flags, burning French flags. We're watching the rebellion going on globally, and. People are fed up with just nonsense and foolishness and colonialism and imperialism. But just had to bring that out, because just for those that knew or didn't know.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if y'all been watching the news either, but you know the news channels are kind of prepping their mind again for that second wave.
Second wave of COVID, right?
Yeah, that second wave, that second variant that they're saying is coming out. It's even more deadlier.
Yeah.
You know,
now I know we got to be careful on what we say.
Yeah.
Because we can be, you know.
Demonetized.
Demonetized. Not even we're not even monetized, but just you're going to be ousted out on online just for perceivably saying false information. So we're going to be real careful about that.
Yeah.
But we know that some things are fabricated. We don't know what's true and what's fabricated. We know coronavirus is an old virus. It's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, it's not nothing new. These new strains and variants, we don't know where they come from. You don't know how they're developed, how they evolve. Mm-hmm. But viruses evolve anyway. That's what they do. That's why they tell you, even before the coronavirus, they tell you take a flu shot, you know, every year, because the viruses mutate anyway.
Yeah.
But like I said, there's certain things that we don't, you know, we do know, and certain things we don't know. We're not doctors. We're not proclaiming to be doctors anyway. But we do know that regardless of what it is, the Most High said all darkness shall come to light.
Yep.
You know, so in these last times, the Most High will reveal everything anyway. So with that, the topic of the class is how to process setbacks and hard times. Now, these hard times are whether they be external or they be internal. It's either or, but not so much on a, you know, globalistic level, but on a personal level. You know, it's what we deal with. We always usually revert back to inner man classes. That's what we do. But that's not always the topic. But because of particular requests and what people ask for, and also what people are going through in life, you know, we choose to go over these topics. All right. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. The first scripture we got on the screen is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 12. Let's go ahead and get this up on the screen. 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 12.
1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you.
Read it again.
Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you.
And the water for the family online. Yeah, you got the camera, Moselle.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so he says, think it not strange concerning what?
Concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you.
Which is to do what?
Which is to try you.
Which is to try you. So, obviously, before we even get to the trial, what is the first thing he says on the verse? Beloved. That means what? He loves us. You got to know that first. That's the first thing you got to understand. The Most High loves us. He calls us beloved. He loves us. So he says, think it not what? Strange. Shalom, shalom, sisters and brothers online. Shalom, shalom, Michelle Banjuda. I see you. Yakala, shalom. Go ahead.
Thinking not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you.
As though some what?
As though some strange thing happened unto you.
Right. He says, as if some strange thing happened unto you. So, first and foremost, the Most High loves you. And so whatever you go through, it's not what? It's not strange. Now, it's real critical and important that we know what he's talking about here. When you read this definition of strange, get the 1828 definition of strange. We're going to get this definition of strange, but I want the definition, but I want to zero in and focus on the second definition of strange. Let's get that. You got it?
Second definition of strange in the 1828 Webster Dictionary. It says, not domestic.
It says what?
Not domestic.
It says the definition is what?
Not domestic.
But not domestic. Not that part I want to focus on. Meaning it's not local, right? But I want to focus on the second part of strange by definition. Second definition is what?
Belonging to others.
It says belonging to what?
To others.
Belonging to what?
Others.
So when he said think it not strange, he's saying that don't think that whatever you're going through is not meant for you. Because sometimes we say, why me? Why do I got to go through this? Not me. I didn't deserve this. This type of calamity is for sinners. This is for people that do wrong. These tragedies, these circumstances, this hell that I'm catching is not meant for people like me. This is meant for other people that don't believe in. This is for the non-believers. It's not for me. I don't know why I got to go through this. So he said, what you're going through in life, first thing you have to understand is it's not foreign to you. He said it's not what? Read that again.
Not domestic.
Or read on.
Belonging to others.
It doesn't belong to others because it belongs to who? Because it belongs to you. Well, the Most High has everybody's situation and circumstance is custom made and tailor made to fit their lifestyle. It's to fit you. So you can't deny it. You can't be in shock and disbelief and, oh no, not me. I don't deserve this. I'm undeserving. Whatever it is that you're going through, it is for you. And you can't classify it as some foreign thing that's for other people. This belongs to other people. This what I'm dealing with in life is for them. It's not for me. Well, that's the truth of it is for you. And it's made for you. All right? So, hold that or let that go. I think we're done with that point. And go to Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha. Let me fix this automatic spell check right here. 15 and verse 11.
Ecclesiasticus, chapter 15, verse 11. Right.
Yeah, hold tight. Let me get it. Might read a couple verses out of here. All right, go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus, chapter 15, verse 11. Say not thou, it is through the Lord that I fell away.
When do we say this? When do we say it's the Most High's fault that I'm going through what I'm going through?
Hit rock bottom.
When we're angry? Or what else?
We're going through a battle that we are losing. We're going through a battle we don't want to go through. We're not experiencing something that's uncomfortable and foreign or strange. It's new. Something that's new, and I'm uncomfortable in this scenario.
Yeah.
I haven't been studying this.
So this is what people say when they don't accept the fact that what they are going through is for them.
Most High set me up.
The Most High set me up.
And then we lose the test.
What kind of crap is this? The Most High. What we do is we start looking for somebody to blame.
Yeah.
And usually, indirectly, we blame the Most High.
Yeah.
And we know he said, "He that despises man despises not man, but who?
The Most High.
The Most High." So we take it out on the people next to us, but we really are mad at the Most High because we don't agree with the situation, with the tribulation. We don't agree with the circumstance, the strangeness of it, the fact that it is my situation. I have to accept this, what Most High is putting in front of me. So usually we're looking for a scapegoat. We're looking for somebody to point the blame at, put the finger on. Man, this is your fault. You know, why you got me going through this? He said, say not what?
It says, say not thou. It is through the Lord that I fell away.
Right. That's our response to 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 12. When we think it's strange that we got to go through something, or this is not for me, then I got to blame somebody else. I don't deserve this. I thought I was on my best behavior. I thought I was doing everything accordingly. Right? Read.
For thou oughtest not to do the things.
He said, because you shouldn't do the things that what?
That he hateth.
So, obviously, I got to consider what?
That maybe I'm doing something that he hates.
Maybe I'm doing something wrong. The topic of the class is how to process setbacks and hard times. Not all hard times are strange.
Yeah.
Meaning they don't belong to you. Some hard times and some setbacks is because of what?
Because we've done things that the Most High hates.
Read that part again.
It says, for thou oughtest not to do the things that he hateth.
So I initiated some setbacks in my life. I initiated some hard times in my life.
It's the self-credit.
I created them. I initiated them. It's not always strange, like foreign, like what is this? I'm in shock. I'm in disbelief. Can't believe this. No, I gotta look at. Wait a minute. Did I bring this upon myself? Because that's what we don't do.
Right.
Did I bring this on myself? Did I attribute this type of situation that I'm going through to my behavior, to my mindset, to my speech, to my conduct? You gotta look at yourself. You can't exclude yourself out of the picture as if you've had nothing to do with your circumstance.
Yeah.
As if you had no blame whatsoever or responsibility or accountability to why your life is the way it is. Some things we can't control, some things we can't control. But for the things that we can control, we got to ask ourselves, has there been a situation that I may have caused or brought upon myself that got me in these hard times or got me in these setback situations? Because we want to blame, and we want to be in shock, and we want to say, this doesn't belong to me.
Yeah.
Read on in that, y'all.
Verse 12. It says, say not thou. He hath cursed me.
Nope.
Oh, sorry. He hath caused me to err.
I'm looking for who? Blame.
Blame. Somebody to blame.
I'm looking for somebody to blame. I'm looking for somebody that I can point the finger at and say, you did this to me. You caused me to be set back. You caused me to go astray. Because that's what error means, go astray.
Yeah.
To get off course. You knocked me off track. No, the Most High just don't deliberately go knocking people off track.
I'm just going there and do-
I'm just
Can't wait.
king of the setback. That's not the Most High.
Come.
That's not the Most High. That's not Christ. Obviously, there's something that he's trying to show me. But I got to first understand initially, how do I got to start looking at the situations that I don't like in my life? How do I look at it? You got to look at it. Read.
It says, for he hath no need of the sinful man.
The Most High said, I don't use what?
The sinful man.
Most High said, I have no need for a sinful man can't distribute the operations of the Lord correctly. That's why he says in Timothy chapter 2, he says, if you purge yourself from these, you'll be thoroughly furnished unto all good works. Meaning, you'll be ready to do good works once you're purged of certain situations in your life. Once you root out certain negative in your life, the Most High then could use you appropriately once you clean yourself up. So it's not like the Most High keeps you off track and is going to use you for his purpose. No, he don't do that. He don't knock you off track for his good. Read.
Verse 13. It says, the Lord hateth all abomination, and they that fear the Most High love it not.
And if I fear the Lord, then you know what? I hate messing up. I hate making mistakes. I don't want to make mistakes. I don't want to mess up, and I don't want to be behind with the Lord. And I don't want to be off track with the Most High. I don't want to be this way. Right? Let that go, and let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 12. So if I'm gonna be honest with myself, and I'm gonna look at my situations, if I'm gonna look at my circumstances, I gotta examine myself and see what may have been the possible cause of why my situation in my life is the way it is. Let's read that. Ecclesiastes 10 and 12.
God, Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 12. The beginning of pride.
It said what?
The beginning of pride
Go ahead.
is when one departed from the Most High.
It says, so the first thing that could cause me to go astray, the first thing that could cause me to veer off, to be displaced with the Most High, to get off track, is what?
The beginning of pride is when one departed from the Most High.
What caused me to get off track and off course?
Pride.
Pride. You always got to check your what?
Pride.
You always got to examine your what?
Pride.
You always got to look at and do an evaluation of what?
Pride.
You always got to take accountability for what?
Pride.
Your pride. You always got to look and say, okay, is this situation that I'm in a direct cause of my pride? If I'm going to be honest. If I'm going to be honest with myself. Did my pride get me here, or is it the Most High? Who is it? Who am I going to blame and point the finger at? Who's going to be the guilty party in my vision? Is it the Most High? Is it the camp? Is it brothers? Is it sisters? Is it the people I work with? Who's going to be the fall guy? Somebody got to be the fall guy. Who is it? It's my ex. That trigger.
Yeah.
That broad. Yeah, you know, we always looking for somebody to say, it was my neighbor. It was my slimy next door neighbor.
Bully from 6th grade.
Yeah, it's bullies.
Oh man, I have one of those.
You know, it's these people. These people. They did it to me. They are the reason why I'm the way I am.
If it wasn't for them.
They wasn't for them, I wouldn't be this way. I'd be a better person. We're always looking for that blame, for that cause. But you gotta do some self-analysis. You gotta look deep within yourself and say, man, maybe I'm off track because of what?
Pride.
Because of my pride.
My pride. Read.
The beginning of pride is when one departed from the Most High,
Go ahead.
and his heart is turned away from his Maker.
Something got me away from the Father. Something has me on bad terms from the Most High, to where the Most High had set me back in my life. And I'm dealing with some troubled times that I don't agree with. Something disconnected me from the Most High. Read.
For pride is the beginning of sin.
It says pride is the beginning of what? What verse is that?
13, sir.
That verse is verse 13. It says pride is the beginning of what?
Sin.
Go ahead.
And he that hath it shall pour out abomination.
And if I got sin in me, what's going to come out of me?
Abomination.
And that abomination is going to do what? Read on.
And therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamity.
Oh!
This is why.
Now I understand why my situation is what?
Strange.
Strange. Now I can go back to find out this is why the Most High told me and Peter, think it not strange. There's a reason why he said think it not strange. There's a reason why he said don't think that your situation is not a root cause of you and it doesn't belong to you but somebody else. No. Your setbacks, your hard times is directly attributed to you. And the initial onset of it stemmed from pride. It stemmed from pride and it went downhill from there. Then it turned into abomination. And then abomination turned to sin. And then sin did what?
Brought upon them strange calamity.
Then now we
It's a
understand.
reaction now.
That's a reaction. For every action, there's a what?
Opposite is equal reaction.
That was Newton's law, right?
Yeah.
That was Newton's law. For every action, there's a reaction. Or opposite reaction. So the Most High, that's not Newton's law. That's the Most High's law.
Newton had it right.
Newton had it correct, man. Newton had it right. But he didn't create that law.
God.
The Most High created that law. For every action, there's a reaction. And in Matthew Henry, we're gonna read this in a minute. We're gonna go here in a minute. He called what Newton calls for every action as a reaction. What the Most High calls there's a direct punishment for sin, which is or abomination, which comes from pride, which is to depart from the Most High, or him bringing upon you strange calamities. What Matthew Henry calls this, he calls it that the punishment might answer the sin. That's what he calls it. He calls it the punishment that may answer the sin. That the punishment might answer the sin. That means how the Most High deals with us is what?
Fair.
Equally.
Equal.
It's equal. It's appropriate.
Proportionate.
It's proportionate. Meaning it's just. Whatsoever I've done, the same measure in which I've done something wrong is how the Most High will distribute the same measure of punishment back to me. However far I veered astray, the Most High will reward me with that same amount, same equivalent, same measure, same perspective, the same nastiness, same disobedience, same rebellion. The Most High will distribute to me the same exact manner.
Can't be me.
But it can't be me. This can't be life. Right? So, we understand where this comes from.
Yeah.
It comes from possible what? Pride. That's the beginning
root
of it. That's the root of it.
Yeah.
That's the beginning of it. So, and that pride is what the Most High has to punish ultimately. Because pride doesn't just stay within a person. It evolves into something. It evolves into abomination. It evolves into sin. It evolves into backsliding. Do things my way.
Lying.
Do what I want to do. It evolves into lying. So the Most High has to deal with us proportionately. So he says, think it not strange. Why? Because there could be an opportunity that your pride caused the Most High to bring strange things to you. All right? So we understand this point. So I got to start taking a look at me. That's why I said you gotta start looking at yourself. It can't be everybody's fault. You can't toss the blame and put the blame of hard times on just everybody else or just alternative situations. You mean to tell me that we don't have the ability to take no accountability? None whatsoever? And say, well, you know what? Maybe I pissed the Most High off. Maybe I was out of pocket. We take no responsibility for why things the way they are that we don't like? None whatsoever.
I'm innocent.
Do we expect that to be legitimate? Is that just? Isaiah chapter 30 verse 9. Let's read this. Isaiah chapter 30 verse 9.
Isaiah chapter 30 verse 9. That this is a rebellious people, lying children.
It said, wait a minute.
It's a lying children.
Let's read verse 8. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because we gotta see how the Most High, how he understands us. Although we may deny it, and as if there's no truth in it to what he's saying.
Isaiah chapter 30
Let's
verse 8.
start at verse 8.
Now go, write it before them in a table.
He said, go tell the children of Israel, put it on a table, make it plain, make it clear, and put it in front of them. Read on, make it accessible.
Yeah.
Read.
Everybody can see a table out.
Yeah, you see the
It ain't
table.
hard to find that.
You know where the food is at. Read.
And note it in a book,
He said, write it in the book. Go ahead.
that it may be for the time to come.
So that it can be not for now, but for what?
For the time to come.
For later. So that means that they're going to need a reminder It says, not for now, but for the time to come, they're going to need a reminder. Something's going to have to remind them. Read.
And forever and ever.
And it's permanent. Read on.
That this is a rebellious people.
That what?
That this is a rebellious people.
We always need reminders that what?
That this is a rebellious
Some
people.
rebellious people. And I'm that people.
I'm one of those people, bro. We are the people of the book. We are the people this is why we've been punished, conquered, colonized, and overthrown for the last 400 years. Because we are them people. But one thing that Most High knows about these people is what? They always do what they're told not to do.
Yeah. That's guaranteed.
That's a it's almost like a standard of theirs. Like I have to do it. I have to do what you tell me not to do. I must. I must go beyond the fences
Yeah.
and the borders and the limitations
Come.
and the restrictions and the boundaries. Where's the boundary at? It's over there. Okay, good. Now I know how far I need to go after that boundary.
Exactly.
Now, don't do means to do. That's what that means. Thou shalt not means thou shalt.
No.
They missed that one word.
I shall.
No, brother, means con. Withdraw yourself. I'll be there in a minute.
No matter what.
Whatever you tell Israel not to do, you wasting your breath almost.
Yeah. You gotta have a timing. Like,
Yeah, it's like, damn, bro. You just did the complete opposite. But that's us. That's what the Most High is laying down, that He wants us to understand. We don't hold forth to loyalty and appropriate behavior very long. He said, write it down and note it in a book that these people are what?
That this is a rebellious people, lying children.
They said they're lying children, read.
Children that would not hear the law of the Most High.
Yeah, he said they lie, and they'll say they didn't. You didn't tell them.
Yeah.
They'll say that nobody told them. They'll say I didn't know.
You didn't say it like that.
You didn't say it like that. See, if you would explain it like that,
Yeah.
the way you explain it to me now, I would have understood.
It's you.
Yeah, see, it's your fault because you didn't explain it right and break it down like you breaking it down to me now. See, you missed out all the details because you know me, what kind of person I am. I need details.
Oh well. Really?
I need details, and I need you to make it real clear. You didn't make it clear enough. That's why I went ahead and went on. Wasn't my fault. Next time, just pull me to the side and break it down to me. Yeah, okay. He said, but what?
Down. That this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that would not hear the law of the Most High, which say to the seers.
They say to the who?
To the seers.
Who's the seers?
Prophets,
Prophets?
Ancient man.
the teachers of the Bible, the scriptures, the truth.
The leaders?
No.
Spiritual leaders? Spiritual advisors? They say to the seers what?
See not.
Man, don't tell me don't do what I want to do. You ain't see that.
Yeah.
You ain't tell me that. That's not the truth.
Lord didn't say that.
Most High didn't say that. Are you sure about that? How you know that's coming from the Most High?
That's your opinion.
That's your opinion. How do we know? Gonna get it real quick. Somebody else give me real quick. Jeremiah chapter 5. Just on this point. Jeremiah chapter 5 verse 11. How do we know this is true? Jeremiah chapter 5 verse 11.
Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 11.
Got it? Go ahead and read that.
For the house of Israel and the house of Judah have dealt very treacherously against me.
He said the house of Israel and the house of Judah. He talking about both tribes. Both
Both
houses.
sections, huh?
Northern kingdom and southern kingdom. Talking about all of them. All 12 tribes. He said all of them are a certain way. How are they?
Very treacherously against me.
Man, they treacherous against me, man. They're low down, backstabbing, two-timing, cunning, crafty, deceitful. Read.
Saith the Lord. Verse 12.
Why?
They have belied the Lord.
They belie the Lord, man.
Golly.
How do they belie the Lord?
Belie the Lord.
How do they belie the Lord? Read on.
And said, it is not he, neither shall evil come upon us.
It ain't the Most High talking to me. This ain't the Most High warning me. It's not the Most High. I know I've heard it from the prophets. I know the prophets told me. My spiritual advisors told me. My spiritual guides and teachers and parents, mothers and fathers. I know they told me what to do and what not to do. But that was their opinion. That didn't come from who?
The Most High.
That didn't come from the Most High. That wasn't the Most High using the prophet to talk to me. That wasn't the Most High using the teacher to tell me something, to distribute a warning to me. That was not the Most High. That was a man that get old like everybody else. That got the calamities and faults like everybody else. That was a woman that have her own problems to deal with. But that wasn't the Most High using those instruments to distribute a message to me, a warning to me.
It wasn't divine communication.
It wasn't divine. He said, this is how Israel, they always belie the Lord. They always say, nah, that wasn't the Most High trying to actually tell me something. That wasn't him. That was a person with a regular name. You know? But that's how we do it. Read on.
Neither shall we see sword nor famine.
Read that part again. It says, it wasn't me. It wasn't the Most High. And I'm not going to what?
I'm not going to suffer.
It is not he, neither shall evil come upon us.
It's not the Most High. He ain't sending me no warnings. This situation is happening to me because it's just luck. It's just bad luck. Everybody gets bad luck.
Yeah.
Everybody gets hard times. Everybody gets down on their luck sometimes. It's not the Most High. Nothing's bad's gonna come to me. Although I've been warned. Although I've been told. But nothing's gonna go wrong. Yes, sir.
Definition of belie.
Yes, sir.
Belie. To act unworthily according to the standards of a tradition, one's ancestry, or one's faith, etc.
So they act unworthily. They don't even, our people say, what he's saying is they don't act like they belong to the Most High.
We don't follow the standard we're supposed to.
We don't keep the standard. And we act like the Most High didn't give us a standard.
That's not what you said. I didn't remember about it. I can't do what I got to do.
Tell me where it says cigarette.
Yeah, some of the scriptures.
If you can show me in the Bible where it says cigarette, it must say cigarette.
Or it must say Philip Morris.
Yeah, you gotta say Philip Morris. You gotta say Newport. You gotta say White House, Optimos, Primos, whatever. It gotta say that. It gotta say that in the Bible. Show me that in the Bible and prove it, and then I'll listen to you. That's what we want. He said, "Well, we act like the Most High never gave us a standard." And we say, that ain't the Most High talking to me. That's just you talking to me. You're trying to control me and do what you want. You want me to do what you're telling me to do. You're trying to control me, that's all. You're trying to manipulate and twist the Bible. Get on.
They have
Verse 12.
the Lord and said, it is not he, neither shall evil come upon us.
Oh.
Neither shall we see sword nor famine.
It's going to be all good.
It's going to be all right. Everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be all right. That's how you know it's us. That's how you know in Isaiah 30, he's talking about us and how we deal with the prophets.
Now, on a national level, we can just integrate, and it's all going to work out.
Yeah.
Like magic.
Yeah.
We marched, we sang, the laws got passed, and we're integrating now, so it is the end of our suffering. We're going to be good from here on forth.
Yeah. Well, the Most High got an answer for that. He has a very stout answer for that. Let's go back and finish up in Isaiah, though, chapter 30. And we was in verse 10. Yes, sir.
Verse 10.
So you're saying this is how Israel operates?
It's how Israel operates.
The majority or just a couple?
No, he said the whole nation.
Yeah.
The whole nation operate like this. That's why I said, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as if some strange thing has happened unto thee. It's not strange. The Most High brings strange calamities to strange behavior. strange conduct, strange frame of mind, strange thought processes, strange form of pride. Right? Read that, verse 10.
God, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things.
Don't tell me what you telling me, because I don't agree with it, because that goes against what I want to do. Tell me what?
Speak unto us smooth things.
Tell me things that make it sound good, like nothing's bad's going to happen to me. Although I go beyond limitations, and I break restrictions, and I go past boundaries, and I do what I'm told not to do, tell me that everything's going to be okay. Tell me it's all good. That the Most High agrees with me. Read on.
Prophesy deceits.
But that's a what?
Deceit.
That's a lie. But our people would much rather hear a lie than to hear the truth. That no, maybe your setback, maybe your circumstance is a direct reflection of your behavior and your pride. But that part disappears. That doesn't exist. Because that's too much like accountability. That's too much like self-examination. That's too much like I got to do some introspective soul searching. That ain't what we want to hear. Read on.
God, verse 11. Get you out the way, turn aside out the path.
Get you out the way.
He said he tell the prophets what? Get out of my way. I'm going to do what I want to do. Get from out of my face. This is how you talk to people that got a spiritual message for you. Get out of my face. You talking too loud. You're in my bubble. You're in my space. You're invading my space.
You're the one tripping.
Yeah, you're the one tripping. Read on.
Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us.
They said, listen, I'm tired of you using the Most High as if the Most High is the big bad wolf. Most High, Most High, Most High.
Trying to scare me.
You're trying to scare me. I'm tired of you using the Bible that way and using God against me.
Yeah.
Read on.
God, verse 12. Wherefore, thus said the Holy One.
No, so the Most High got an answer for us.
Mm-hmm.
The Most High said, okay, I have an answer for you. I have, remember, for every action there's a what?
Equal and opposite reaction.
Equal and opposite reaction. You know, you got this, you got pride, you got sin, you got strange calamities. So I got something for you. Here you go. This is what you're forcing me and provoking me to do. This is how I'm going to deal with you from this point forward, since I've sent people to warn you, sent people to tell you, sent people to give you caution. So this is what I'm going to do from this point on. Read on.
Wherefore, thus said the Holy One of Israel, because he's despised the word and trust in oppression and perverseness.
Trust in oppression. Oppression is when a person's, like, we think oppression is a brother telling me what we can't do.
Right.
When really oppression is the effect that we have on other people, because when we're rebellious, our rebellion affects people.
Yep. I'm gonna get to that point. That's a great point. But this is how you know that this is true. Because it is the effect that I have on other people. Regardless of what I've been told, I still got a negative effect on people. I trust in oppression and what else?
Perverseness.
Read on.
And stay thereon.
And I don't change.
I'm not letting it go.
I don't let go of my thought process. So the Most says, okay, you see things the way you want to see things, fine. I'll let you have that. You don't want anybody to interfere with the way you look at life. The effect you have on people, the impact you have on people. You don't care. No problem. I got something for you.
You got a package.
Got a package. What did he say? Read on.
Verse 13. Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you.
He said, this sin that I'm going to give to you, this sin that you're doing, and the payment for it, the reward for it, shall be to you like what?
As a breach ready to fall.
He said, your life from this point forward is going to be like a wall that's ready to fall on you.
Hey, you know what's crazy?
Yeah.
I love that point you bring up. We've actually seen walls that are like, they haven't fell yet, but you're like, this wall at any moment, you see the cracks, you see it leaning, you're just waiting for like when's gonna fall? What is it? House rain?
Some missing bricks.
What kind of storms? It's gonna lean on the wall and it's gonna fall down. You see it about to fall, but it just hasn't fell yet.
So you know what you say? Man, somebody about to get hurt.
Come on.
So that's how you live life. About to get hurt. That's how you live life. A breach about to fall is a disaster looming over your head. Something's about to go wrong. So the Most High said, okay, since you don't want to listen to me, no problem. Then you're gonna live the rest of your life with people telling you, watch out. Something about to happen to you. Look out!
That's the real life Humpty Dumpty, huh?
It is. It really is. Because you're going to live life from this point forward only being told cautionary things. Disaster is approaching. Danger awaits you. What is your problem? Do you not see this danger? Brother, what are you thinking?
Get off this wall out.
Get away from that wall, brother. You know what you're doing? That's how people are going to talk. You'll live your life how people got to talk to you that way from this point on. Because you didn't want to hear the Most High. So now your life has to be on the verge of loss. On the verge of loss, on the verge of failure. It's always on the verge of something. Catastrophe. From this point on, you're like, I got one more time to be late at work. If I come in late one more time.
That's scary with that.
That's how you live your life. I got one more time to be late. And I ain't got no job. I got one more time to talk to the boss the way I did. Like that dude on YouTube. Boy, you got one more time. There was a big restaurant.
You got one more time. I'm tired.
I'm tired of you. And then washing his hands. Then washing his hands at the sink. He tell you, boy, you got one more time. Just one more time. He washing his hands for a long time.
I don't know how I finished. I want to know the conclusion of that.
The white woman broke it up.
Oh.
But the whole point, y'all got to check it out online. You'll laugh too if you see it on, because that's how you got to live life. You got somebody yelling behind you. You got one more time. Now y'all see that.
He turned all the way up.
He turned up in the back of the damn restaurant on his employee.
He sounded like his voice sounded like Birdman, but he was turning up like crazy, bro.
Yeah, you got one more time.
Oh, no boy taking it cool.
Then he threw the rag at him. Then he threw the rag at his head. Or the glove. He took the glove off, threw the glove on his head. You know what I'm saying? You got one more time, boy. That's it, boy. I done told you. Now the Most High said, okay, fine. Since you don't listen to me, then you're going to live life with just one more error. Praying that you don't make one more mistake. If I get one more ticket, I'm going to jail.
That's a real one.
I get one more. Now you got to live your life like that.
Yeah.
If I get one more, if I pay this rent one more time late, I'm getting evicted.
That's
a real thing.
Yeah.
I got one more month to make a payment, and they cutting my electricity off. I got one more month. I'm on an extension.
Yeah.
Already anyway. I'm already on a damn extension on electricity.
They get tired of seeing it, brother. Show up.
Lay on
at
the extension
CTS
back.
house.
I'm already on an extension plan and a payment plan. I got one more time to be late on a payment plan, and that's it. They cutting it off, and I got to go back and pay the whole bill.
That $500 return on
The reconnection fee. I'm just one more payment short of just losing that at all times. The Most High said, okay, I got something for you. You're gonna live life on the verge of collapse. Your life become a movie. Like a Tom Clancy novel.
Yeah.
Clear and present danger. The Bear and the Dragon.
Yeah.
The Cardinal and the Kremlin. You become a theatrical play. The Most High make your life a movie.
Yeah.
He was born. He was born before. He ain't gonna be born now.
Yeah. This is what the Most High does after he's given a multitude of warnings He's already delaying certain things, but we're too asleep to be conscious enough to recognize, hey man, the Most High is against me. Obviously, the Most High is putting His hand on me. The Most High is not liking something that I'm doing. You know, I'm riding on thin air, man. I'm riding on fumes and gas. I'm riding on a wish and a prayer.
Yeah.
I hope I make it to work today. I ain't got enough. I hope this money lasts for the week. Man, if I get one more late fee,
One more bad report.
I'm out of there. Who wants to live like that? Life like that? But the Most High said that's how He'll set your life up. He'll set your life up like you're under a wall that's ready to fall on you. And I don't think we think about that enough, of how close danger is always on us. A breach is a break. Is a split. It's a split and a break. It's a crack. This thing is about to fall on me at any moment.
Like Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah.
They had that what? They had that breach. What was it? Was it some kind of wall? Or
That was a levee.
they had that one levee out.
that levee broke. And that levee broke, and that water came in and flooded Canal Street and all of the hood areas down close to downtown. You know, I don't know the specifics geographically of New Orleans, but I know them houses were underwater. Them houses, you could only see the peaks of the roof. A lot, and that's how we live life. But is it strange that New Orleans at the time was a murder capital?
Not strange, no.
That's not strange.
Still is.
Yeah. The Most High be sending signs all the time. Disaster be right around the corner, and we act like we ain't got nothing to do with it.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
California.
I'm not trying to go in, but they had this fest called Mocha Fest, but I'm not gonna go into details of it. But now Houston, Texas got like one of the fastest growing syphilis populations in the United States, bro. They're saying that Houston's becoming the new Atlanta as far as disease. I'm talking on disease level. But they're having gatherings. They're having like outdoor like parties. You know what I'm saying? So is the spirit's getting more work. I'm not trying to get graphic and all that stuff like that, but the spirit's getting it's like the spirit's turning up. The negativity is turning up, so the consequences are turning up.
That's what the Most High does. When you look at sin has a repercussion, it's a direct reflection of behaviors, and this is what the Most High does, and this is what we're getting into. We live life like this. Isaiah chapter 30. Where we at? Verse
13 from the top.
13.
It says, therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall.
He said, for this reason, the punishment shall be like your life from this point on is going to be on the verge of collapse. Like a breach ready to fall. Meaning your safety and your survival is going to be a concern. It's always going to be a concern. You making it is going to be a concern. Something bad not happening to you will always be a concern. Bad luck following you is always going to be a concern. What you may think is luck. See, our people think it's luck. But when you go to Isaiah, what he said. Let me find it. Let me just real quick. When he said, because we never attribute the situation to the Most High. When he says, you trust in your stock.
Isaiah?
Is it Isaiah?
I don't know what you said.
Trust in your stock.
And your stocks.
Stocks, okay.
Give me this real quick. Because
Oh, please, yes.
you got it?
26 and 20.
Is it Ecclesiastes?
When I was going to fruit for possession throughout the field, so that I own the field, trusting now.
No.
Start with S or
Yeah.
put the feet, hand, touch stone stocks.
He might say something like answer your stock.
Feet fast in the stocks. Okay. God, earth, shall fall down.
This how the Most High deal with us.
44:19 maybe. It says, "Shall I fall down to the stock of a tree?" No.
No.
Say to a stock, foolish stock, children.
14:24. You should be planted, yea, they shall not be sown, yea, their stock shall not take root in the earth.
Mm-mm. It's the Most High talking about we. No. He says, "Ye ask at your stock."
Isaiah 4:12.
Yeah, 4:12.
Yeah, Hosea 4:12. Read that. That's it.
What was it? Isaiah 4:12.
How you spell STOCK?
Yeah.
SCOC. It's Isaiah 4:12.
Yeah. He said you ask at your stock. What he's saying is, Israel likes to leave the Most High out of the equation, and we like to leave everything up to chance and possibilities. That's what he's saying. Read this right here.
Hosea chapter 4 and verse 12. My people ask counsel at their stock.
He says they get advice from what?
At their stock.
Man, I hope I get some good luck. Let me knock on wood. Stock is wood, bro. Stock is a wood. It's a wood. It's a plank. Or it's a tree. That's what a stock is.
Knock on wood, bro.
So what we do, we leave everything up to chance.
Wow.
Man, hey, man, you know what? I'm going for a job interview tomorrow.
Knock on wood.
Hey, man, I just met this girl at work. Man, I met this guy at the job. Man, I heard we're getting a bonus. Everything we do is what? We do.
Superstitious.
It's superstitious. It's not the Most High is not in the equation.
You gotta speak it into existence.
Yeah, we gotta speak it, manifest it,
Manifest it.
speak to the atmosphere. So what we do is we leave everything up to chance. We don't even include the Most High in the plans.
Oh, that's crazy.
He says you get counsel from chance. You hope things go well, but you don't seek me.
Oh, man.
You don't include me to make sure that it does go well. You don't intercede and ask for and request things from me.
We're living like a dice game,
Yeah,
pretty much.
rolling dice. It's a gamble. Taking gambles.
7-11.
7-11.
Heads
It
yes,
don't work out.
tails no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's us. He said, since you ask counsel at what?
My people ask counsel at their stock.
Meaning they knock on wood. They seek an alternative source for information. We don't go to the Most High.
Wow.
So the Most High says what? Read.
And their staff declared unto them.
He says, so because you went to that piece of wood to give you an answer, then that piece of wood is going to give you the answer that you need, which you know is not an answer. Since you leave your life up to chance, then chance is going to be
You gonna live like
how you live your life.
God.
Your life going to be a gamble.
That's a equal and opposite reaction.
Yeah. That's how the Most High deal with us. Because when the Most High is trying to tell us something, we deny, reject, and plug our ears up. I don't want to hear what you got to tell me. I'd much rather hear some good news, possible good news, than for certain going to somebody that's been giving me spiritual advice. I want to hear from them.
Less which one to hear. Then with the greatest guys. The spiritual leaders and talkers or communicators are awesome if it's a message you want to hear.
Yeah. But read on. You're right. Read on.
For the spirit of whoredom.
He said, because we go seek pleasure elsewhere. He said the spirit of whoredom does what?
For the spirit of whoredoms hath caused them to err.
The dedication and the loyalty that the Most High deserves from me, the attention that I'm supposed to be giving him, I give it to somebody else. And because I'm looking for pleasure or my way or confirmation, but I go seek an alternative source, the Most High said that's what's going to cause you to err. That same alternative source is going to be your demise. That's how the Most High deal with us. Let's go back to Isaiah chapter 30. I just wanted to bring that up.
That's a real one, bro.
Isaiah chapter 30.
Verse 13.
Yeah, we are in verse.
Verse in the room.
Yes.
From the top.
Yeah, 13 from the top.
Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall.
It says, and it's about to. Think about a large brick about to fall off the edge of a building, and you got to walk under it every day.
It's very uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable. That's how life is now, because the Most High gives us this type of life. Like anything could go wrong at any time.
Looking over your shoulder.
I got to look over my shoulder. I got to look. I got to keep my head on a swivel.
Yeah.
I'm paranoid. Why am I so paranoid now? Why do I have a paranoid life and I'm always looking for danger? Because the Most High is giving me this spirit, because this is what happens as a result of when you deny the Most High. Read on.
Whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant.
He said, and the breaking, that wall will fall at any point in time. Instantly. At any point in time, anything could go wrong. And I got to live life like that. I'm about to lose. I'm on the verge of losing all the time. Every month, all the time, I got to worry about losing, calamity, destruction, distress. I got to live life paranoid, worried all the time that something's going to go wrong. Read on.
Verse 14. And he shall break it as a breaking of the potter's vessel.
And the Most High said, I'm going to make sure that wall fall too. Read on.
That is broken in pieces. He shall not spare, so that there shall none be found at the bursting of it.
Read on.
And the bursting of it as a sure to take fire from the earth, or to take water withal out of the pit.
He said, I'm going to shatter it to pieces, meaning anybody under that wall is going to get broken. The Most High said, this is the life that I'll give you. Everything will be hanging on its last leg.
Oh.
You got a spare tire. You riding on your spare tire. See people riding on their donut?
Yeah.
Like, damn, bro. Like, why is 3 months you been riding on that donut, man? Man, the donut is like temporary. It's supposed to get you off the road, bro.
It's like 2 donuts in the one.
Yeah. You riding on a donut for a long time, bro. Man, that donut's supposed to be for emergencies, bro. That's not a regular tire, man. You can't even max out past 50. Why are you still on that donut? But you know why? Because everything in life will be on the verge of collapse. Because somewhere I was in my pride. CPS sending me letters. They're looking for the kids. Or child support, they sent letters to my job. Everything's going wrong.
I served some papers. I
got to serve some papers. Somebody knocked on my door.
They tricked me.
Damn. You know why? Because the Most High said, I'm going to make sure that life is always going to be hanging on its last leg. And everything in it is going to be on its last leg. Your relationships going to be on its last leg. Your career is going to be on its last leg. Your friendships are on their last leg. This is what happens when we deny the Most High. It's a direct result from us. Read on.
Verse 15. For thus said the Most High, the Holy One of Israel, and returning and rest shall ye be saved.
What does the Most High say I want from you?
Returning and rest.
The Most High said, listen, all I'm asking you to do is just come back to what? Why is the calamity happening? Why are you always paranoid? Why does the Most High got you in a situation where there's always danger looming? Because the Most High, he's using the situation as a wake up. He's using the danger, the harsh circumstances, the tribulation, the setbacks, the stress that I'm going through. He's using it as an alarm clock. Hey man, I'm using these things to get you to wake up to do what? To come back to who? I'm having these things happen to get your attention so you can return back to me. That's why everything's riding on its last leg. That's why you're in the situation where disaster is right around the corner. You're always about to lose because you're not focusing on me enough. See, the Most High got everybody's situation custom made. There's a wall that's got a crack in it in everybody's life. Everybody's life, there's a wall with a crack in it. Especially if we're not listening to the Most High. And we're not listening to Him trying to tell us and give us direction from His prophets. He said, listen, there is I'm doing this so you can do what? Am I just trying to get this wall to fall on your head just so you can get demolished? No.
No.
I'm doing this so that you can understand that that's not a good life. When you come back to me, you get what? What did he say in the verse?
God. For thus said the Most High, the Holy One of Israel, and returning and rest.
He said, in returning, you get what?
Rest.
You get rest, man. You don't got to be paranoid all the damn time.
Flipping.
You got to be worried about, man, if I do this, if I don't get this payment in by now, if I don't sign this paperwork, if I get one more ticket, if I get all this is calamity. If this happens, man, I can't let this happen, because if this happens, then this is gonna happen.
Oh.
Then it's gonna be a domino effect. Then all hell's gonna break loose. You know, that's not the life the Most High wants you to live anyway. The only reason why everything's not adding up and everything's not going well is because he's trying to get your attention. That's why I said, if you come back to me, hey, man, with me, you get what?
Returning and rest. Rest.
Rest, man. You get rest. You get peace of mind. You don't got to stress out and worry and get ulcers in your stomach.
Yeah.
Worry yourself to death about what's going to happen. How are you going to survive? How are you going to function? How are you going to make it? What if this happens? Read on.
In quietness.
And you get what?
In quietness.
Peace.
Man, you get peace, man. Everything starts to calm down. All the pressure starts to go down. All that pressure that we walk around with, worried, because I'm about to lose, all that starts to subside and go away. I'll be all right. I don't need to be paranoid anymore. Man, what was I worried about? I was tripping. No, it was real. It was about to get real.
Yeah.
He said, but now you got quiet. Read on.
And in confidence shall be your strength.
And now that you're doing things right, you can be what? You can be confident, man. You can be certain. You can walk with your head up. You don't have to look lost and confused and bitter with a chip on your shoulder because nothing in life is going the way you want it. Now you can be confident. Now I'm certain that everything's going to be okay. I'm not where I can chill now.
There's certainty.
It's a peace of mind. There's a certain stable mind frame that the Most High gives you when you start doing things right when you come back to Him. There's some certainty. You know what? If I do lose this job, I'm not tripping. Because what? Because the Most High will do what? The Most High will open up another door. He'll give me another job. If this car finally is on its last damn leg, and I know I can't afford another one, but if this car finally just says, I'm done. I'm out. Shalom. If the car just go ahead and give up the ghost, then you know what?
You get a job on the bus from the bus route.
The Most High knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that text me, know me. Hey man, I got this. You got this opportunity.
Yeah.
Hey man, we just came up on this car. You want it? Yeah, for sure. How much is it? You see how the Most High can flip everything around for you. That's what happens when you come back to Him and analyze yourself and say, okay, where did I go wrong at? Then if I lose, it's no problem because the Most High will return whatever it is I lost. That's why the scripture says, have you heard of the patience of who? Job. Have you sit and watched how Job took the right perspective in all his losses? And the Most High did what? Restored everything he lost. Gave it right back to him. Double. Read on.
And ye would not.
Yeah, but the Most High said, I guaranteed you confidence. I guaranteed you peace. I guaranteed you rest from all your calamity. Your lifestyle was the Fast and the Furious. That was your lifestyle. Boys in the hood. He said, if you come to me, I'll give you rest. But we say what?
But you said no.
But you said no. When you look at this right here in verse, what verse we on? This verse 16, right? When you look at this verse 16, it's really a short conversation between a rebellious person and the Most High. It's really a very short conversation. It's a back and forth. Actually, when you read it, you'll see it. It's actually a back and forth between a rebellious mindset and the Most High, but it's almost like it's over text message.
Yeah.
I'm going to prove it. Watch. Read this again.
Yeah, verse 16. But you said
They said, me. Me, colon. We say what?
no.
Me, no. The Most High said, I give you rest, I give you confidence, and I give you quietness. Just come back to me. Me, no. Me, read on.
For we will flee upon horses.
Me, we will flee upon horses. I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm quitting.
Can't catch me.
Catch me if you can.
He's saying I'm good.
I'm
That's-
changing cities out.
I'm changing cities. I'm relocating. I'm quitting the truth. I'm quitting this camp. I'm getting out of this camp. I'm going to another camp. I'm checking out another class. I'm going somewhere else. I'm packing up and I'm out of here. I'm leaving. Most High says what?
Therefore shall ye flee.
The Most High said what? The Most High said, therefore you go. You outie 5,000? Most High said, he's outie 5,000. Real quick. Damn, okay. You gonna flee? Most High say, therefore ye flee. Okay, you're running.
You like the message.
Yeah. Me says what?
We will ride upon the swift.
I'm going on swift horses. I'm driving fast. The Most High says what?
Therefore shall they pursue you, be swift.
Your problem's gonna be swift. Your demons gonna be swift.
You see how this is a quick back and forth?
Be swift.
To the point. You to the point.
Hopefully it's
You to the
fast
point.
enough.
The Most High said what? Oh, you're going on swift horses. Well, guess what? What I got following you is going to be swift too.
In fact, it'll be way
Till we swifter.
Yeah, it's more swifter. It's swiftier. It's swiftier than your swiftness.
Oh my goodness.
So what you watching is the Most High said, "Oh, you're leaving? Oh, he's leaving. I'm going. He's going. I'm going fast. Well, I got something pursuing you faster. That's going fast also. But what is he talking about? Read that part again.
Verse 16.
Yeah.
Verse 16. But you said no, but we will flee upon the horses. Slug it. Yeah, flee upon the horses. Therefore shall ye flee, and
That's what Most High said. Therefore you shall you flee. Okay, you gonna leave. You gonna leave? I'm leaving. Oh, you're leaving. Okay. Go ahead.
we will ride upon the swift. Therefore shall they that pursue you be swift.
But what does he talk about? Anytime you read the Bible, the Most High talk about something pursuing you. He always has a point. He's clear. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 45. The Most High always tell you what pursues you. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 45. Read that.
Ready?
Yep.
Come. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 45 reads, Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee.
When the Most High said, I got something that pursues you swiftly, what is he talking about when he puts something in pursuit of a person? A person that's running from the Most High, running from hearing his word, running from hearing his instruction. What does the Most High put in pursuit of a person?
All these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee.
And do what? They shall chase you swiftly. Read.
And shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed.
He said, but when you try to leave as fast as you want to go, the Most High makes sure that those curses go just as fast as you are when you decide to leave. That the punishments follow you, and they're right behind your trail, and eventually they catch up to you. You never really outrun what the Most High puts in pursuit of you. When you're denying the Most High and blatantly going the opposite direction that he wants you to go. He calls you to have calamities in your life for attention purposes, to get your attention. Then he came back and said, I've only did these things in your life. I've only done these things in your life to get your attention so that you can return back to me with your whole heart. But we say, no. We say, la'ah, I'm leaving and I'm going quickly somewhere else. So then the Most High says, get him. And he got to go fetch you with some curses. And then he says, they catch up to you and they overtake you, meaning you never really run away. You can't get away from the Most High. You cannot get away. You can deny the Most High. You cannot listen to his counsel. You cannot read. You cannot listen to his prophets. You cannot listen to his spiritual advisors. You can do all these things, but you're not going to get away. He's guaranteeing it. Run as fast as you want, far as you want, in whatever direction you want. But the Most High got something in hot pursuit right behind you. And they're curses. When instead of bringing all this upon myself, I could have had peace, I could have had rest, and I could have had confidence. I was guaranteed those things. Those were options that I could have had, that I chose not to have due to my rebellion. So I got in the mind, well, shit, I'm just going to leave. Well, you can't get away. Well, I'm just going to quit. Well, where are you going to go? Where are you going to go that the Most High can't catch up to you? Where can you go where the Most High can't find you? Is there really a place? No. Verse 20. Saying you.
Okay, God. Verse 20. The Lord shall send upon thee cursing.
It said the Most High shall send upon thee what?
Cursing.
Yes, the Most High. You try to run from the Lord because you didn't want to get what he was trying to give you. The purpose of stirring your life up anyway from the beginning was to get you to wake up. Was to get your attention. Okay, no problem. You're just going to still... Now you've been told what this was about. You've been told what you should do correctly, and you say no, and then you think you're going to get away from me, then I'll send these out to you. Read.
The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke, in all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do.
He says, then everything you touch, everything that pertains to you, everything that belongs to you, everything within proximity of you shall be what? Filled with what?
Rebuke.
Cursing, vexation.
It said it'd be cursing, vexation,
and rebuke.
And rebuke. Chastisement, punishment. The Most High make the belt follow after you.
Right.
The belt just seemed to catch up to you and crack you from behind all the time. You know why the Most High got to do this? He got to send them spirits out like this because you had an opportunity. You had an opportunity to follow. You had an opportunity to listen.
Opportunity to submit.
To submit. The setbacks was just a wake-up call. The hard times was just to get your attention that, hey, man, you got some pride. I had to set you back a little bit because of your pride. You had to lose a little bit because of your pride. You had to do some soul searching. Plus, I'm trying to reconnect and reestablish our relationship. So, because you don't want that relationship, I have to directly affect your living condition. I have to directly affect it. It's not like the Most High wants to do it. The Most High is not a bad leader, a bad power, a bad lord, a bad king. The Most High is not bad. But it's our misunderstanding of the Most High that causes him to become a terror to us. He said rulers are not a terror to what?
To good works.
To good works, but to who?
But to the evil.
But to the evil. Mm-hmm. He said, do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. Yep. He says, do it which is evil. He said, but if thou doest evil, will thou then not be afraid of the power? Yeah. Now you got a reason to be afraid. You got a reason to be fearful, paranoid, looking over your shoulder, waiting for that wall to burst on you. because you're not operating in his capacity. Everything was for the wake up. So the Most High said, hey, I gotta deliver these things to you.
Right.
Read on.
The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, rebuke, in all that thou sittest thine hand unto for to do.
So that means you now, everything you touch won't work. Everything you put your hands to fails. That means you could work your butt off and still come up short. You could have tried your best effort in making something work and it still fails. Damn, I really tried, man. I really wanted this to work. I really tried my best effort to establish bonds and relationships and jobs and careers and this and that. Be a good family man, be a good husband, be a good wife, and be a good brother, be a good sister. Man, I'm really trying. But the Most High said, man, you missing something. You're missing submission, obedience, loyalty, and the ability to hear instruction. So now, everything you touch fails. The best example of this is in Haggai, and that's where we're going. The best example of this is of the effects of our pride is Haggai chapter 1. Let's start. Let's go there.
We come back to this.
We're coming back.
One verse. Just one?
Yep. Haggai chapter 1, verse 1.
Okay. Haggai chapter 1, verse 1. In the 2nd year of Darius the king, in the 6th month, in the 1st day of the month, came the word of the Lord by Haggai, the prophet, unto Zerubbabel, the son of Shealtiel, governor of Judah, and to Joshua.
Now keep in mind this is happening. If you know where we are in
History.
In the Shabbat class, we are right before the Babylonians have already started picking apart the elite princes and governors of Israel, and they're starting to pick apart everybody else and bring everybody into captivity to Babylon.
596 BC.
596, 597. It's completely a complete pull of, or the diaspora of pulling us out completely was 586.
Yeah.
586.
But
so
the elites was 5.
But the elites was beginning around 596, 597, and that's when we first started. They started picking apart the best of our class, of our social status amongst Israel. But this is around the same time that the Babylonians are gaining strength, putting us in captivity. And then during this time frame right now in Haggai, we just returned from Babylonian captivity, because by this time, the Persian Mede Empire, the Babylonian Empire only stayed in power for about 40 years. From about 586 to about 538. They only stayed in power for about 40 years. They had a short run.
Wow.
And then the Persian Mede Empire came in. Darius, when you read about Darius is the king of the Median Empire. Cyrus is the king of the Persian Empire. But it was a Medo-Persian Empire, meaning it was a joint kingdom. Just like a Greco-Roman kingdom, it was a joint kingdom with the Persian and Medes. So this is around the time that our Babylonian captivity was over, and we're returning back to Jerusalem. So as we're returning back to Jerusalem, we just came out of slavery from Babylon. We're returning back from Jerusalem, back to our neighborhood, back to our community. The temple is thrown down. The houses are thrown down. So we're coming back out of captivity. And the Most High shook up Haggai the prophet and said, I need you to go speak to these people.
Oh.
Read.
It says, the governor of Judah, and Joshua, the son of Josedek, the high priest, saying, Thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, This people say.
Normally the Most High said, my people. Like we said, Hosea, my people are destroyed for what?
Like an hour.
What happened when you tell somebody, man, you better get your kids, but they are your kids? What does that mean?
Checked out.
It's a major disconnection.
There's a disconnection. Meaning, I'm not dealing with them.
It's called dissociation.
You better get your kids. Like, no, we had these kids together. No, these are your kids.
Get your son.
Like, you better get him. Get your daughter. You better get out of my face. You know, now it's yours. I'm disconnecting. So even here, the Most High is already showing you by the wording that he's telling Haggai how to speak to the children of Israel, he's already started to disconnect from them. He said, this people what?
He said, this people say, the time is not come. The time that is the Lord's house should be built. That the Lord's house should be built.
He says, this people say that the time is not what?
Come.
He said, this people say the time is not come. Meaning what? We just came out of captivity. You look at the condition of the church. You look at the condition of the sanctuary. You look at the condition of the temple. It's been overthrown by Gentiles. It's been abandoned because everybody's been taken into slavery. So you come back home and you have two dichotomies. You got the temple, you got your house that you're coming back to. Your neighborhood, your community that you're coming into.
What's the priority?
Which one's first? Is it really?
Well,
Is it? But in reality, which one is first? You're watching both the temple of the Lord be in shambles, but your house is also in shambles.
Where you putting your money into?
Where your money going?
We know where it should go.
You know what I'm saying?
But we know where it should go. That's the point.
Where the effort go? Where the attention go?
What's the actuality at? Where's the action to go?
Right. That's what I'm trying to paint the picture so you can see the children of Israel when they come back home out of captivity, what their options are.
I see.
What are their options? Okay, we got our neighborhood, our community is ran down, it's been abandoned, things are overgrown. The temple looks like hell. The sanctuary is broken down, it's stripped down, because you know they robbed the gold, you know they took the vessels, you know they got no holy vessels in it, everything of value was gone out of it. But where am I going to put the strength and where am I putting my energy at?
Probably in the house.
Let's find out. So, verse 2 again.
Haggai chapter 1, verse 2. Thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, this people say, the time is not come, the time that the Lord's house should be built.
Now, Haggai is saying, let's go build this house. The people say, whoa.
Hold on now.
Wait.
Hold on now.
Wait.
My vineyards.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. We just came out of slavery.
All right.
We ain't living right. We got to eat. We got to sleep. I need a place that we got to lay our head.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at the temple though.
Yeah.
But the Most High, this is why the Most High had to intervene and send Haggai. Because he's sending Haggai to reprove a particular thought process. And to examine a thought process.
Yeah.
When the option is presented in front of us as a matter of priority, the Most High wants to know, what do you choose? What is the prevailing thing of importance, matter of importance, in your mind and in your eyes? Is what the Most High got going on as important as what you got going on? Or what you got going on and where you are in your life prevails what the Most High got going on? And it's more important than that. It's a matter of priority. Obviously, if the people have to be warned and a prophet has to come to them, something is being chosen wrong. Some type of priority is there's a miscalculation going on here. You're telling the Most High saying, man, Haggai, go tell these people, because I've heard that they say it's not time to put into my house. Why are they postponing the Most High's business? Why does that have to be postponed? First of all, who would even want to do that anyway? If then what you're saying is, I'm stuck between a choice of having the presence of the Most High with me by sacrificing in the temple. By making these sacrifices, I can get the presence of the Most High on our side. Or I can go home and get comfortable. That should be a what? No-brainer, right? That should be like second, like first hand of nature. Just
First inclination.
first inclination. Like, damn, you know what? The temple's first.
You don't sleep there anyway.
Yeah, you know what? Let's get this temple up first. Let's get the Most High. Let's make sure we please the Most High first, and we bestow the honor and pleasure of the Father first. Let's get His approval. Then we can build our houses. No, that's not the case. Let's find out.
Verse 3.
No, not verse 3 yet. Yeah, verse 3. Verse 3. That's what I want.
Haggai chapter 1, verse 3. Then came the word of the Lord by Haggai, the prophet, saying, Is it time for you, O ye, to dwell in your sealed houses?
So now, we'll get to what that seal means in a minute, but we got to examine this dichotomy. Get the definition of dichotomy, too, because we just use words that people don't know what the hell it means. Get the definition of the word dichotomy. I ain't just saying words just to say words. We want to know what these words mean and why we say what we're saying. All right?
Dichotomy.
Spell it, too.
Dichotomy. Dichotomy. A division or contrast between two things.
So the Most High, the reason why this is chapter of Haggai is important, because we're reading about a division or what? A contrast between what?
Two things.
So we're looking at the contrast between the Most High's house versus what? My house.
Right.
The children of Israel house, right? Their house at the time. Coming out of Babylon, they did a 40 piece of slavery. They did a 40 years of captivity.
Whole generation.
They're coming out. They're like, you know what? What's going to be first? First day out.
Yeah.
First day out of prison. Where's my priority going? I just got out. I did 40 years in prison. What am I going to do now?
My relaxation.
I've been in the Bing. I've been locked in the Bing for 40 years. I've been in the Pinta. 40 years. What am I going to do now? What am I going to do first? That's the dichotomy that the children of Israel are in. That's the contrast that we're reading about right now.
Right.
All right? It's a matter of priority. That's what the Most High wants to see. Coming out of your condition, failures in life, circumstances in life, whatever you're dealing with, what's important to you? The Most High is not just trying the children of Israel during that time. He's trying the children of Israel in this time.
Exactly.
Are we not still in that same dichotomy? Are we still not in that same contrast?
Yeah.
Of having to make a decision of what's more important? What the Most High is telling me to do versus what I want to do? The temple of the Most High, the sanctuary, or my particular household and the business of my particular household. Most High's business, my personal business. We're still in that same situation. All right? Read.
Haggai chapter 1, verse 4. Is it time for you, O ye, to dwell in your sealed houses, and this house lie waste?
So the Most High asking a wonderful question. He's asking a wonderful question. What's important to you? Is it fair? Is it right? Is it just that you go inside your house to make sure you just came out of captivity? You just came out of Babylon. But is it right that you go straight home? To make sure you exact and extract your pleasure and fulfill your pleasure? Or is it right that you put your effort into what I got going on and what I have called you to do? Which one is more important to you? So we're going to go to the BKC.
With that sealed?
No, not yet.
Okay.
We're going to go to the BKC and we're going to read what the Bible commentary talks about as far as what happens when people are put in that dichotomy. What happens when they're in that circumstance? What happens when there's a contrast of or distinguished difference that the Most High wants people to make? He wants to see what the difference is.
Still hold Haggai?
Yeah, hold Haggai. We're going to come back to it. We're just going to go to page 1094 and the BKC, 1094. We're gonna get this right quick. 1094 and the BKC, and we're gonna look at this and put a magnifying glass on this mindset. I'm tripping. Hold on. Let me find it myself. No, it's 1539. That's where we at. 1539. Let me get this. No. I'm sorry. Hold on. Hold this real quick. No, I know what I want. 1094 is gonna be out of Matthew Henry. So sorry, Salaki. We're gonna read this. We're gonna read this Matthew Henry real quick, and then we're gonna read that BKC too. 1094 in the Matthew Henry. You got it, though, yeah, right?
Yeah, page 1094.
1094. It may be 1094 in your book. It may not. But I want you to read this real quick for me, right quick. I want you to read. No, that's not it. Shit, I'm looking down. Page it down. Hold on. It's a particular. It's an order that I want to read this in. I want to read this in a particular order. And I want you to read this right here. From the green.
Okay. All right. Page 1094.
Hold on. Let him get Haggai. Is this Matthew Henry?
Yeah.
Yeah. Haggai. Because there's a point. Then you know what? Let him read that. I'm gonna have you read this BKC. All right, let's read that right there.
Okay. It says, "Our time has not come for the doing of it, because we have not yet recovered."
It said he says in the commentary, the people's mind. He's examining the people's mind. I just came out of prison from Babylon, 40 years. I'm coming back to Jerusalem. I got my house to choose from or the temple to choose from. The people say what?
Our time has not come for the doing of it, because we have not yet recovered.
Because I'm not what?
Recovered.
Meaning what? I'm not on my feet yet. Why do people postpone the duties and responsibilities of the temple of the Most High, and they put that second?
Because they don't trust what the Lord could do for them or profit them in return of doing that first.
Absolutely. No faith. They got doubt. I don't believe that the Most High is going to set me up. I don't believe the Most High is going to take care of me. So we have a prescription of built-in excuses that already are pre-programmed in our minds to tell us why we should choose our household first over the Most High's house. And what he's examining is these preset functions, these functions that are automatically preset in our minds that tell the Most High what I am going to do, how much am I going to do, and what I'm not going to do, and what's important to me and what's not that important to me. These are preset functions. One mind frame says what?
Because we have not yet recovered after our captivity.
Because let me get on my feet first.
Yeah.
Once I get on my feet, once I get established, once I get things going, then I'll serve the Lord. This is one methodology or one reason or one excuse that people will use of why to postpone the Most High's business. Because I need to get situated. Let me get situated. Let me get established. Then I'll serve the Lord. What else?
Our losses are not repaired.
Listen, I put 100,000. I had 100,000 in the house of repairs that I did in the house. That repairs of my house need. My house need a lot of work. I lost a $400,000 house before we went to Babylon. So my household incurred so much damage, and my house is so behind. I got to put my effort on recovering what I lost in my investment. Because my investment man, look at the condition of it. It's torn down. I've been gone from home for 40 years. Trees are growing through the windows.
Yep.
Bushes are growing, thorns growing over the house. Critters living in the house. I got to go get my house together. I got a lot invested into that house.
Field looks crazy.
The field is the grass is overgrown. Read on. I put a lot into there.
Nor have we yet got beforehand in the world.
Or we say what? Even if I haven't invested into the house, I still come up with another excuse that's already preset. He said what?
Nor have we yet got beforehand in the world.
He says, nor have we got beforehand yet in the world, right? What does that mean? Anybody know what that means?
Haven't got a jump start.
Say it again.
Life yet.
Exactly.
Ah.
I haven't fulfilled my goals.
Right.
I haven't fulfilled my goals yet.
Wow.
Seek my personal pleasure, my personal desires. Let me go pursue my career and what I want and my dreams. Then I'll go serve the Lord. One of them is my investment. I put a lot into the house. Another one is I'm not on my feet yet. I need to get stable first. And another one is I got some things that I want to check off the bucket list.
Yep.
I got places to go and people to see. So I got things. I got goals, man. I got things. I got to dream big. I dream big, so I gotta go chase my destiny. Destiny awaits.
Destiny awaits.
Destiny awaits. You know, I got things to do. I got places I want to go. You know, I just can't. You know, I just can't do 40 years and not get something good.
So I've been doing 40 years waiting to get back to do me.
So you know when we do. So he's saying what he's examining is the mind frame of why the Most High would stir up the prophet Haggai. What's the mind frame of the people? Who comes first?
Yeah.
Now read this right here. Now read
Oh my goodness.
Now read
This line out. It's too great undertaking for new beginners to know all that.
Go ahead. Go ahead read it. Go ahead read it.
It says nor have we yet.
Or another excuse. Another excuse is what?
It says nor have we yet got beforehand in the world. It is too great an undertaking.
It says to do the work of the Lord is too great for what?
For new beginners in the world. As we are.
It says we are. So we don't know what to do to the house for them. We don't know what to do. It's too much. It's too much for somebody that's coming from the condition and the background that I'm coming from. This is all too new for me. Excuses. Hold that. These are excuses that we come up with. Haggai chapter 1 verse 4. You had it?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Haggai chapter 1, verse 4. Is it time for you, O ye, to dwell in your sealed houses? And this house lie waste?
And the Most High said, in this house lie what?
Waste.
Read on.
Now therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider your ways.
He says, now I want you to think about what you've been doing and how you've been thinking. Because the way you've been thinking is how I see that you look at me. And how you look at me is very critical based upon how I'm going to treat you. And how I'm going to deal with you. Based on how you look at me. Read on.
Verse 6. Ye have sown much.
He says, consider this because I want you to do the math. And I want you to find out if this is adding up. You're working your butt off. You're doing a lot of labor. Read on.
And bring in little.
But I'm making sure that you don't yield all the work for all the potential of your labor. Read on.
Ye eat, but ye have not enough.
You eat, but you're not satisfied. You got just enough to make it through the week, through the day. You counting change, putting pennies together. You're looking at the dollar menu. You like, man, they got 4 nuggets for $1. I can get fries for $1.
10 nuggets.
I can get. You know them ain't real nuggets. First of
For
all,
a dollar,
you getting
nugget.
10 nuggets.
149.
You getting 10 nuggets for $1. You know them ain't no real nuggets, bro. You're lucky if they're chicken feet, ground up. You're lucky. At least in some part of the damn chicken. You're lucky if you're getting the feet or the ankles, like
You don't want to ask God.
chicken ankle nuggets. You're lucky if you're getting that. But the Most High got you choosing things that you normally wouldn't want to eat, but you're forced to eat. You're forced to be on a regimen, on a budget. Read on.
Ye drink. I'm sorry. It says, ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is no warmth.
There's none warm.
Bad thing.
None warm. Sorry.
There's a pursuit, but it's not effective.
Yeah, you want to be comfortable. You want to be protected. Clothes are protection from the elements. So you want to be protected. You want to have a cover. You want to be shielded. You want to have some type of comfort. But the Most High makes sure everything in your life happens to where you're never able to get comfortable, even when you get home. Read on.
And he that earneth wages,
And the paycheck that you get. Read on.
earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes.
There's holes in that purse. There's holes in that wallet. There's holes in your pockets.
Too much wasting going on.
So the Most High said, I want you to think about, why is your life so handicapped? Why is your life at a setback? I'm doing this because I want you to think about it. I'm shaking this up. I'm shaking your lifestyle up, and your comfort up, and your living condition up, because I want you to think about our relationship and what is priority to you. That's verse 6, right? Read on verse 6. Finish that.
Verse 7.
Now, yeah, he says, bag with holes. Stop right there. Now y'all read this right quick. Now read the BKC. I want you to read this, page 1539, and then start right here. The Lord exhorted the people.
The Lord exhorted the people.
No. Yes, the Lord exhorted the people. Go ahead.
To reflect on their conduct in view of their present poverty.
He says, I want you to understand and correlate your present poverty and the situations that keep on happening that drains your money. I want you to consider your present living condition and my relationship with you. I want you to tie your condition, your living condition, with our relationship. Because you may think that you're down on your luck. You may think you're just hitting hard times like everybody else. You may think that you're going to come up next week. You may think you're going to have enough next month and everything's going to be okay. But the Most High said, I'm ensuring that you're coming up short, because I'm doing this so that you can consider the nature of our friendship, the nature of our relationship. Because what Haggai said, is it time to go dwell in your sealed houses while my house lie waste, is what he told the people from the Most High. What's the reason? In the BKC, he calls it what?
Selfish indifference.
He calls it selfish what?
Selfish indifference.
You know what that means? That means the condition of the Lord's house doesn't really bother me, doesn't matter to me, because it doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect me directly. See, so the Most High says, okay, that's how you look at me, because here's your house, here's my house. But you're not really worried about my house and the condition of it, because it doesn't affect your house directly. It doesn't affect your living condition directly. So what the Most High is saying is, okay, since you got this selfish indifference, like we're reading from the BKC, meaning nothing really matters to you because it doesn't affect you directly, then I'm going to, as long as my house is lying waste, I'm going to affect your living condition directly. I'm going to affect your lifestyle directly. I'm going to affect your comfort directly. Since you don't care about my situation and what I got going on with you, you could care less. He calls it selfish indifference, right? What else he called it?
And negligence.
Negligence. You're going to sit and watch the Most High's house suffer, but you're going to make sure that your house got sufficient of what it takes to keep going? You can put all the thought, mental power necessary to equivalate what your house is lacking. You know your house, your situation like the back of your hand. But have you done inventory on the Most High's house? Have you ensured that his house is functioning as well as your house? Have you put in the same mental effort? No. There's some negligence going on. What else he call it?
It says they had.
It says negligence. Let me get this point right here. They needed what?
They needed to reappraise.
He says you need to reappraise what?
Their perverted priorities.
Damn, bro. You need to reappraise your perverted priorities. That means you need to reestimate or revalue what's important to you. You need to take a look at what's important to you. The reason why the Most High has all this crap happening to you anyway is because he's shaking your life up, because he's trying to wake you up anyway. So to get your attention to come back to him. That's why I said there's got to be a misappropriation going on here. There's got to be some type of inequivalent evaluation. He says they needed to reappraise what?
Their perverted priorities.
Go ahead.
And give preeminence to the Most High.
Go ahead.
And their relationships with him.
And their what?
And their relationships with him.
Read on.
What they had done was deplorable.
It's horrible. It's without honor. That's dishonorable. When you're stuck between a choice to put effort and emphasis in the Most High's house, but you choose your house, he said that action is deplorable. It's disrespectful. That's a slap in the Most High's face. You got all the energy in the world to calculate what you're missing and what you need. But you don't have that same energy to calculate what the Most High needs from you and what he needs in his house. He said that's disrespectful. That's a slap in the face. Read on.
And it was also fruitless.
And you know what? So the Most High in return makes your effort fruitless. Everything you touch come up short. Man, I can't wait to get paid to put my money nowhere. I can't wait to fix my car just so it can break down. I just can't wait to go see this person that the Most High about to separate from me. All these things. You know why the Most High is doing it? Because he's trying to get you to understand something's missing between you and him. You don't look at him the same way, and you don't value him the same way as you value you. That's how you know it's pride. That's how you know it's pride. Because pride is an unduly high opinion of who?
Of oneself.
Of oneself. That means I put myself higher than the Most High. That's how you know it's pride. That's how you know that. That's why the Most High got to sting the way he stings. Read that, Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 14. Yeah, we're going to hit that. Yeah. Ecclesiastes, Apocrypha, chapter 10, verse 14.
Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 14. The Lord hath cast down the thrones of proud princes.
It said, you know what? From the highest elevation in status in society, making it to a king or a prince. You can make it as high in this world as you want. You can make it to boss status. You can make it to supervisor. You can make it to CEO. You can make it to whatever the hell you want to make it to. But the Most High said, you know what? For the reason of pride, because pride was present, I've taken the highest individuals in society, and the most loftiest class of individuals, and the most comfortable people in society, and brought their ass down.
Real. Bill Cosby would be a good example of that.
Bill Cosby.
He was pretty high up there.
Most High set him down in the prison, bro.
Yeah.
Set
That
him-
was unexpected.
Set him down. O.J. Simpson.
Yeah.
Set him down in the prison.
Everybody loved him.
You know,
His household was turning up.
household turned up. Most High set him down for a little while. Mike Tyson sat him down for a little
He
while.
was living good.
Young Thug sat him down for a little while. Most High, you're top of the game, no problem. Most High sit you down for a little while. No matter what your status is. Read on.
Something to take out.
God, and set up the meek in their stead.
He said, but you know he'll put up? He said, I'll put the meek up. I'll raise him up in your place. Read on.
The Lord hath plucked up the roots of the proud nation.
He said, the Most High said, I'll strip a whole nation up that's full of pride. That's how you know America ain't gonna last. In God we trust, but we eliminate the Bible out of school. Can't pray in school, but in God we trust. Hypocrisy. He said, I'll take a whole nation up and I'll uproot it because it's prideful. Read on.
And planted the lowly in their place.
And I'll put a person that's humble in place. Most High will remove the proud and strip it up and put a humble person in your stead. Read on.
The Lord overthrew countries of the heathen.
You know, he said, Most High said he overthrew countries of the heathen because of pride. Don't ever get beside yourself and think you're more important than following the Most High. Don't ever devalue the Most High and your relationship with him as if what you got going on is more important than your relationship with the Father. Because if that's the case, the Most High is going to shake your life up. Read on.
And destroyed them to the foundations of the earth.
Read on.
He took some of them away.
And he took some of them away. Michael Jackson, top of the game. Prince, top of the game.
He's the best of the best.
Kobe Bryant, top of the game.
In his helicopter.
Yep. He said some of them he took away. Read.
And destroyed them.
Read on.
And hath made their memorial to cease from the earth.
Read on.
Pride was not made for men.
He said pride was not made for who?
For men.
He said pride wasn't made for man, man. It ain't made for man. You know, when you ever think that what you got going on is more important than what you do for the Most High, then you're in your pride. You feel like your priority and the Most High is secondary, and you're the primary, and what you think, your plans, your efforts, your commitment is more important than serving the Most High, man, you tripping. Pride is not made for man. We're not that important. But we are, if we humble. If we can recognize where we go wrong.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we always living on the verge of collapse. That wall's always about to crack. But it's all for what purpose? I'm trying to wake you up. But we don't see this. That's why he says what? He says, what they had done was deplorable.
And it was also fruitless.
Go ahead.
Their self-centeredness.
He said their what?
Self-centeredness.
So what is he exposing right here?
Self-centeredness, which is pride, ego, self-focus, self-benefit.
I want what I want no matter what.
God.
So sometimes if you want what you want no matter what, the Most High will punish you for it or take it away from you. Because I want what I want no matter what. Oh, really? That comes priority over the Most High? Your business? Your desires? Your goals? Your aspirations? Your career moves? Okay. Since you couldn't come to class because that job kept you from class, the Most High take that job. He'll remove the excuse.
Yeah, he does that.
Read that. He says, their self-centeredness, what?
Had not produced economic stability.
He said their self-centeredness did not produce economic stability.
Yeah.
So because you're self-centered, because you have a inappropriate value appraisal of the Most High's value,
Ah, that's crazy.
the Most High makes sure He attack your what? Your economics. Meaning your condition of living. Get the definition of living. I think in one definition it says your earnings, your wage.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah. So the Most High there's a way to directly affect your survival, your daily survival.
Living in the 1828 Webster's Dictionary. Dwelling, residing, existing, subsisting, having
Your dwelling, your subsiding, where you subside, where you dwell, your what?
says having life or the vital functions in operation.
Or the things that you need.
How you function.
Your vital the things that are critical for survival.
Strong need out here. Like direct needs.
These are direct needs.
Like, these are priorities.
You know it's hard in triple digit weather for the Most High to strike your air conditioner.
Ooh.
That's tough.
Because you need it.
That's tough. I ain't saying it 'cause I just thought about that. I was thinking about because not you, bro. But yes, but not you, but yes, you. but bro, can you imagine that in this weather, this heat we've been having? Golly,
Bad, bro.
I remember I almost passed out in the car with the little car I had with no AC.
That's
That
real.
little silver car, bro. I was pouring water on my head while I was driving on the highway, and I still got lightheaded.
Damn.
I said I got to pull over and get some shade. I said that's real, bro.
Pour water.
Pour water all on your head. Pour water. I poured a whole bottle, whole liter. I'm like, damn, this is hot. Also, I know how to turn it up on you.
It's slower.
But there's a reason. We gonna go there.
I got,
Okay, what you got?
it says their abundant plantings had resulted in only meager harvest.
It says their abundant plantings.
Which is all the effort.
Yep.
Because Buzz
Won't you
put a
read from
lot
here?
of effort into specific desires. That means the abundance of your effort
Yeah, I want you to read from that.
only
that
gets
part. I want you to
minimal
stop
results.
behind him when it says behind him.
Intense thinking and concentrating
Yeah.
and planning and plotting and
Yeah.
efforts and time and investment and spirit and concentration and energy all go into the direction to what we want. That's our priority above the Father. The scripture says the men will receive a small amount of return in comparison to the amount of effort they put in.
It's not. It don't add up. For the amount of work that you're doing and effort you're doing, for what you get in return and exchange, it's not. It don't add up. Read that.
Well,
Yep.
come. It says, they neglected the building of the Most High's house and put that off, that they might have time and money for their secular affairs.
Read that again.
Wow, what was that? What's that at? That's amazing.
Amen. Matthew Henry.
Kill him again.
It says, they neglected the building of the Most High's house
Wow.
and put that off, that they might have time and money for their secular affairs.
Wow.
So they had money that they could have put into the Most High's house,
And they had time.
and they had time.
What is that, an Aggie?
Haggai?
Haggai, chapter 1.
Haggai.
But this is why the Most High said in verse 3, he says, is it time for you to dwell in your sealed houses, and this house will I waste? But he said before that, he said in verse 2, he said, thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, this people say, the time has not come. The time has not come. It says that the Lord's house should be built. Why would anybody postpone or say, let's not do it right now? Let's wait on that. Let's wait on the sanctuary. Why were they waiting?
Because they had the resources, they didn't want to do it at the time.
Because they wanted to put those resources in other places. What he's saying is we got time. And we got the money really if we wanted to make it happen. But now you got to understand where those resources went. Now get the definition of sealed, because you were looking for that earlier. Now get the definition of sealed so we understand what he's referring to.
It was it was the sealed definition.
It says SCIELED.
So in the Bible, it says the covering or paneling of the inner walls of a house with cedar or other costly wood.
Here go that damn wood again, but we
It's
just
familiar out there.
that's exactly what we went over on the Sabbath. It's always the Israel will trade off the presence of the Lord for a nice interior decorating.
Some wood floors out.
So we'll sell out the Most High for some wood floors.
Man.
We'll sell out the Most High for crown molding. I gotta put that. Listen, bro. I know the temple is bad, but they got a special on the crown molding. I know the temple need work, but they letting this wood go. They only got 15 slabs, and they only got 15 slabs left. The dimensions of my house is 14 and a half. It only makes sense that I use those 15 slabs to go ahead and get my house square. It fits my dimensions. It's perfect. I need 14 and a half feet to cover my, get that crown molding up, because that's all it is. When you look at that word sealed, it also means wainscoting. That word wainscoting is just a fancy decorative paneling that you put inside. It's a border that you put within a wall. It's like you put them fancy squares on the wall, like in a hotel room. That's all it is.
It's decorations.
It's decor, bro.
It's not even rebuilding the house.
No, it's not even in the structure. It's not even that it's like the house about to fall. It's the fact that you wanna design, and you got a fantasy, and you got to make sure that you fulfill your fantasy and your design. You got to do HGTV, bro.
Wow.
You trying to go in and what's that couple in there in Waco, Texas? Jill and they in Target. You know what I'm talking about?
You got that store over there.
They got their own store. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's the name of they damn they got
Jill and Scott or something?
yeah, Jill and the dude, what's the dude name?
Who are they? What are they?
They're home decorators.
Oh, okay. On TV.
On TV, they out of Waco, Texas, but
Okay.
they sell all of their designs on in Target.
Okay.
But
Jill and Scott. I could be
that
wrong.
Jill and something, I forgot. Somebody will pull it up, man. And they just they're syndicated. They've been on TV for a while, like Flip or Flop. When you watch them,
You're right.
what's her name?
Jack and Jill.
Jack and Jill is one of them, but that's not the one out of Waco. It's the Asian girl and the Edomite dude. Yeah. So it's
Jane and Jill?
no.
Jane and Jack?
It's the one out of Waco. Somebody put it up on the thread. But the point is this: we'll sell out the Most High for some interior designing, bro. Because we gotta have that wood, bro. We gotta have wood. We gotta have the floors right, the house right. But the Most High house will be lacking.
Right.
The Most High's house will be suffering. Chip and Joanna Gaines. That's their name. Chip and Joanna Gaines. They out of Waco. They flipping houses and now they selling merchandise. Selling decor. Our people gotta have the crib, gotta be decked out. That's where we put our emphasis at. That's that self-centeredness. That's that what he said we need to he said they needed to appraise their perverted priorities and give preeminence to the Most High. That's what he's saying. Damn, you know what? At least if you know you put into the Most High's house first, he'll take care of you every time on the back end. The Most High will always take care of you on the back end. But he said what? Read that part again.
Come. They neglected the building of the Most High's house and put that off, that they might have time and money for their secular affairs.
For my secular affairs. Read on.
They desire to be excused from such an expensive piece of work.
It says, you know what? The Lord's house is too expensive, but my house is within my budget.
Yeah.
Read on.
God. It says, under this pretense, that they must provide for their families.
It said, I got a house to feed. I got a family to feed.
About me.
This mentality fed the idea that it's only fair that I put my emphasis in the people that I got to take care of. I got a house to take care of. Okay, I understand the Most High's house, but I got a house to take care of. Go ahead.
Their children must have meat and portions too.
Hey, man, what about my kids?
Oh, here we go with
The babies, Act.
What about my babies? What about the children? What about the little ones? What about them? They're important too. Read on.
And until they have got beforehand.
It said, and until I get what?
Beforehand.
Let me come up a little bit. Let me get ahead. See, I'll give the Most High when I have extra.
That's crazy, bro.
Let me get a little extra. Let me get on my feet. Let me get a little extra. And when I got a little extra to spare, then I'll take care of the Most High. With my residual, with my extra.
Yeah.
You know, bonus is coming up. I'll spot the Most High on my bonus.
That's crazy.
Income tax is right around the corner. Why go all out right now for the sanctuary? Income tax is right around the corner. I'll square the Most High away when my income tax come in. Let me see what I'm going to get first. Let me see what my numbers are going to be.
Yeah.
Let me file my taxes. Let me go to the tax man. Let me go ahead and see what it is. Once I know what I'm going to get, then I'll be able to better decide what to give. I can see what I can spare. See, the Most High is always secondary in that fashion. Read on.
It says, until they have got beforehand in the world, they cannot think of rebuilding the temple.
Go ahead.
Now, that the punishment might answer to the sin, the Most High, by His providence, kept them still behindhand.
He said, once again, he said, so that for every action there's a reaction. Right? So he said, so that the sin could how did he say?
Now
that the punishment
might answer to the sin.
Might answer to the sin, so that it's fair. So because this is how you look at me, then let me make sure it's fair. Because you want to give to me only if you get ahead. So because you have that mentality, it's only fair that I keep you behind. That's a fair punishment. Since you only care when you're ahead, then I'm going to ensure that you stay behind.
Let's see where you at.
And let's see where you at. Because that's fair now. That punishment is fair.
Flips your thoughts right upon yourself.
Exactly.
Or even if you're thinking it or if you say it, I'll get them back. I'll get them back on the back end.
I'll take care of the Most High on the back end. Let me get this part right here. It says, I want you to read this part right here. My children, he said my kids, my family. But read this right here in the green. Read this right here. Oh no, I'm sorry, the orange. Read that right there.
Come on. It says, our Creator.
It says, but the way we should look at the Most High versus looking at the current state of the relationships with the people that we possess, even if they're family, even if they're loved ones. Matthew Henry said what?
Our Creator is our best friend.
Wait a minute.
Golly, bro.
He said, who should be your best friend?
Our Creator.
No,
Most High should be the best friend.
no, but that's not who your best friend is.
It's crazy, man.
He said, who should be your best friend?
Our Creator is our best friend.
Who should be the person that you should always consider first?
Our Creator.
Who should be the person that you go out on a limb for?
Our Creator.
See, we think that the affinity and the connection that we have with that's already pre-existing with people on the earth takes priority to our relationship with the Most High. When it's all throughout the Bible and Bible knowledge and Bible commentary and Bible history that the Most High says that he should be your best friend. You know how you know this is true? Because the Most High says, seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and His righteousness, and all these things shall what? Be added unto thee. That's how you know that He should have been priority. But we make other people and our particular goals and our pre-existing relationships, we make those things our best friends.
So is that an aspect of, or is it idolatry?
It is idolatry. In a sense. It is idolatry. Because you know what? Because I'm taking the love that belongs to someone and I'm giving it to somebody else. So for that reason, what is a just punishment that fits the sin then? How do you answer to that sin then? What is the punishment to answer to that sin?
To lose the object of affection.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
What do you say?
Yeah, that's true.
To lose,
I never thought
to-
about that.
if the object of affection is blocking the relation with the Father, then the correct answer to the sin is to lose the object of affection that's causing the mistake,
The separation.
separation, or the
'Cause
creating the
your
breach.
focus is other places.
Right.
His focus will be other places.
Right. Yes, sir.
And you're serving mammon.
Yep. That definition.
Mammon in the Donovan Compact Dictionary says riches. Christ used it as a life goal opposed to the Most High.
It says Christ used it as a life goal opposed to the Most High. Sometimes our life goals aren't with the Most High included.
It's in opposition to the Father.
It's not included in those life goals. So the Most High just disrupt the life goals.
Oh man,
Since he wasn't the life goal.
it's fair.
So the Most High stripped the life goal then.
Wow, that's
The artificial one. Read that, just to prove it. He said our Creator should be what?
our Creator is our best friend.
Read.
But if we make him our enemy,
It said, but if we make the Most High our enemy, how? By putting him last. By putting him second. Making the Most High jealous. By making the Most High less important. Then what does the Most High do?
we make the best friends we have among the creatures
Oh, he said, we make the best friends that we have amongst the creatures what?
our enemies too.
Oh.
Whoa, that's
Wow.
I don't get that one. What?
Read it again.
again. Our Creator is our best friend.
If you are able to prioritize appropriately by making the Most High your best friend, then it'll be well with you. Everything will be well with you if you put the Most High first. But if your friendship with the Most High is at odds, and there's an issue existing between you and the Most High's relationship, and there's an impediment, and something that's coming in between that's taking more priority, that's taking more preeminence, that has more value than him, then what?
But if we make him our enemy, we make the best friends we have among the creatures our enemies too.
So what does the Most High do in return?
They turn the people you love against you.
He turns the people that you love against you. Since you turned your love against him.
Okay.
Now you understand.
But what about the animals? Or what
No,
They just saying the
creatures.
creatures. They just
It's us.
people. We're creatures, bro.
It's like,
We're creatures of the Most High too.
He's a new creature in the Lord.
But the Most High turned them away from us too when you go to Ecclesiastes. He said teeth of wild beasts,
Yeah.
scorpions, serpents.
wow.
The Most High said fire, famine, hail.
Yeah.
All these spirits are created for what? Vengeance. He'll turn them on us too.
Yeah.
But more importantly, he's checking the friendships. He's checking.
That's what you care about.
Yeah, because that's what you care about. You don't care about no damn animals.
It's dogs.
Hey, Esau do though.
Yeah,
That might be a punishment.
deal breaker.
That'd be a punishment. Oh, he took my dog. You see that man jump in that water, save that dog that was drowning. Damn near do CPR on him,
Yeah. Brought him back.
brought him back to life.
I did see that, yeah.
Yeah. No.
Made world news out of it.
See that white woman that pushed that bear over the fence to get her dog. She slapped. She punched the bear. The bear.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
There was
grabbed
like
her
three
dog like
dogs.
she
Yeah.
didn't care about herself.
Yeah, she didn't give a damn about herself. She pushed the bear over the
The bear
fence.
said, "Oh hell, this lady, she ain't even scared of me." Let me
Yeah.
just go over
Jump off of the wall.
Yeah.
there.
So, but the Most High say, okay, the Most High, he knows. See, he knows what's priority to you.
Yeah.
But he knows what's important to you. So he turns what's important to you against you
That's great.
because you didn't value your friendship with him. and he wasn't number one.
Right. Right.
Turn
that's
best
how he
friends
does
against
his
you.
and that's how he do his punishment.
Yes,
He flips everything back.
he flips everything inside out.
That's crazy.
Since you have a perverted relationship with the Most High,
Right.
then he causes the people to be perverted against you.
Mm.
God's cold blooded, man. He's cold blooded with it.
Okay.
He's cold blooded with it.
Yeah. But all the Most High been want from us is what?
To be best friends, huh?
No, to come back to him.
Yeah.
His friendship. All he's ever been asking, but we say what? No. We say, I'm going this way.
That way.
It said peace and returning, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna get on a horse. I'm gonna get on a horse and I'm going this way swiftly.
And the horse to be swift.
So we say when the Most High wants a relationship, we turn him down.
Yeah.
And we set something up right in front of him that's more important. And that's why I said this is why the Most High has to create calamities. Let's go back to Haggai.
Right. That makes sense.
You want verse 6?
Yeah, Haggai chapter 1, verse 7.
Verse 7, come.
Haggai chapter 1 and verse 7 reads, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider your ways.
He said what?
Consider your ways.
He said, man, the reason why I've been drying you up. I've been drying up your friendships. I've been drying up your economics. I've been drying up your finances. I've been drying up everything that pertains to your living condition. The reason I've been drying it all up is because I want you to think deep about our relationship and what should be important in your life. He already said it one time. He's already saying it again. He already said it before. Consider your ways, man. He already said it. He said it in verse 5. Read verse 5.
Now therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider your ways.
Yeah, man, think about what the hell you're doing. Think about how you look at me. Who am I to you? What am I to you? Reevaluate how important I am in your life. You better put me up there. Whatever the hell you got up there that's important in your life, you better put me up somewhere around there and above that. Yes, sir.
Most High speaks once, yea twice.
Yeah, he said it twice. That's why he said it in verse 7. Read it again.
Come, thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider your ways. Go up to the mountain.
No, he said, consider your way. I want it right there. Stop right there. Because what is he saying 2 times?
Consider your ways.
Think about what you're doing and why you're in the condition that you're in. Now we understand when he said, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you as if some strange thing has happened unto you. So that strange meaning belonging to others. No, the Most High said, listen, that trial that's trying you, that situation that you're in, that don't belong to somebody else. That's for you. Based on how you look at me. That's custom made, bro. Your circumstances is custom made to you. I only reward you based upon how you look at me. I only give you what you deserve. I don't give you extra. Matter of fact, Psalms 130, verse 3. You know how the Most High don't even pay us dollar for every mistake we make?
No.
He doesn't. Read that. Psalms 130, verse 3.
Psalms 130, verse 3. If thou, Lord, should mark iniquity.
Read it again.
God. Psalms 130, verse 3. If thou.
It says, if thou, read it clear.
If thou, Lord, shouldest mark iniquity.
Shouldest mark iniquities. Meaning, if the Most High take a tally and take a record and punish us for everything we do wrong, everything we think wrong, everything we say wrong, if the Most High would keep a tally and reward us based off of that, the wrong things that we do, read on.
Oh Lord, who shall stand?
What does it say?
Oh Lord, who shall stand?
Ain't nobody gonna make it.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna make it. No, the most high, nobody would be deserving to make it. You know what the Most High does? He judges on a curve.
Yeah.
He give you points when you don't even deserve no damn points. Sometimes he give you points for showing up.
Yeah.
Sometimes he give you points for reading the Bible. Sometimes he give you points for praying. But he don't really punish you and sting you for all the things that you really deserve to get stung on.
Right.
If he did, nobody would be here.
Be destroyed.
Right. Plus, you read a passage where you said he doesn't give the full amount of what you really deserve.
Yeah, that's Psalm 103. Let's read that. Psalm 103, verse 10.
Psalms 103, verse 10. He hath not dealt with us after our sins.
He said he have not dealt with us after what?
After our sins.
If the Most High really dealt with us according to our sins, then ain't nobody going to be here. There wouldn't be no breathing bodies in this room. And on TV, on the internet, in the world. The Most High, if the Most High was that much of a stickler, to where I'm going to slap you and punish you for everything you do wrong, and hold everything you do wrong against you, we'd all be coming up short. That's why he says he doesn't judge us according to what? Read it again.
He hath not dealt with us after our sins,
Go ahead.
nor rewarded us according to our iniquities.
Yeah, man, we wouldn't be here. Because you know why? The Most High, none of us have the Most High as top priority. Read on.
Come, verse 11.
We're always selling the Most High for something shiny, wood like. Read on.
Verse 11. For as the heaven is high above the earth, so great is his mercy.
It said, what is that curve the Most High judge on?
Because the heaven is high.
No,
Mercy.
mercy.
Come.
The curve that the Most High judge on is mercy. Because if the Most High didn't implement mercy, we all be goners. That's how much we look at the Most High. We don't value him that much. Read on. We sell him out for nothing. Read on.
For as the heaven high above the earth, so great is his mercy towards them that fear him.
Read on.
As far as the east is from the west, so far hath he removed our transgressions from us.
He said, as far as from the east, from the west, the Most High removed our transgressions from us. Meaning what? For the punishment that we deserve is opposite to what we actually get. No. He said, as far as from the east is from the west. The east is the total opposite of what? The west. So the punishment that we deserve versus the punishment we should get is two different things. Meaning we don't really get what we deserve. We actually deserve worse than what the Most High gives us. Because we're like he said, you could write it in a book. This is a rebellious children. Lying children. Read on.
Go, verse 13. Like as the father pitieth his children.
The Most High said he got to look at us like what?
Children.
Did you whoop your kids for everything they do?
No.
Sometimes you see them trying. They still don't get it right. You say, you know what? I'm going to just give you a warning. But do it again. I'm going to let loose on you. Don't let me catch you doing this again. You come on late one more time. One more time. Coming in late. You don't pick up that phone, I call you one more time. I catch you in the room doing this one more time. But fathers got pity on children. They have mercy on them. That's how the Most High deal with us. Even though we deserve to get destroyed. Read on.
So the Most High pitieth them that fear him.
Read.
For he knoweth our frame.
And Most High said, man, I know what you're made of. You're not as loyal as you say you are. You don't love me like you say you do. You're not as honorable. You're not as upright. You're not as just as you come across. You tell me you love me today, Tomorrow you're doing something total opposite of what it takes to love me. You go in the opposite direction of what I tell you to do. The Most High said, I know your frame. Meaning what? I know what you're made of. I know that you're actually weaker than what you come across. Even though your pride makes you think you somebody special. But you're really weak. And your loyalty can be tested quite easily. And we trade off anything for the Most High. Read on.
He remembereth that we are dust.
He said, the Most High said, man, why am I so mad, man? Why would I? These dudes are dust. These creatures are dust, man. Why am I going to trip on dust? Let me go ahead and have some mercy. I don't need to spank them all the time. Read on.
Verse 15. As for man, his days are as grass.
He said, man, this man ain't. The Most High can't be mad enough. We don't live long enough for the Most High to be that mad.
Yeah. Yeah, he's lying. He's like,
That's why the Most High told Moses, listen, man, when I come down and visit that mountain, make sure no man be on that mountain. I don't want no animals on that mountain. I don't want no man on that mountain. Because if I look at them and I see their transgression, I'm going to kill them on sight.
It's on site.
Go back down and make sure.
Yeah, just go down and make sure they ain't on that mountain. Make sure they clear that mountain. Because if I come down there, they ain't pure enough to stand in my presence. Man, the Most High give us mercy. Because he said, I know your frame. I know you're really weak on the inside. And I know you really don't love me like you say you do. You sell me out. You stab me in the back in a heartbeat. Psalm 103 verse 4.
Verse 4. Who redeemeth thy life from destruction.
130 verse 4.
130.
130 verse 4. I'm sorry. Psalm 130 verse 4. Read that.
Come. Psalms 130 and verse 4.
Read that.
But there is forgiveness with thee.
He said, but the Most High said there's what?
Forgiveness.
Man, David said, man, listen, man, if you know the Most High like I know the Most High, one thing you can know about the Most High, if you screw up, if you disassociate yourself with the Most High, if you show the Most High that you fake, and you got an under evaluation of your friendship with the Lord, and you've devalued your friendship with the Most High. He said, man, don't worry about it, man. If you humble enough, if you meek enough, and if you get rid of your pride, he said, there's what?
Forgiveness.
With what?
But there is forgiveness with thee.
It said, yeah, man. You know what? We're not as wrapped tight as we think we are, and we come short all the time. But if you got enough humility, and you can recognize your errors and your mistakes, and you can be honest about where you are with the Most High and where you've been wrong, he said, there's forgiveness with the Most High. He won't hold it against you. Read on.
That thou mayest be feared.
He says that thou mayest be feared. Read on.
I wait for the Lord.
What did David say?
I wait for the Lord.
He said, man, I wait on the Most High to help me out. Because there's forgiveness with the Most High. I can depend on him. Read on.
My soul doth wait, and in his word do I hope.
He said, and I keep myself where?
In his word.
I keep myself in his word. I keep myself away from my pride. That's what David does. He keeps himself away from pride. He said, I keep myself in his word, man. That's a message for anybody that ain't studying enough. But you wonder why your life ain't really cracked up what it's cracked up to be. You ain't stay in his word, bro. If you watch the Most High drying you up, if the Most High has dried you up economically, friendship-wise, relationship-wise, household-wise, living condition-wise, if the Most High has touched you, then you need to stay back in his word. Get back in his word. Verse 7.
Let Israel hope in the Lord.
It said, let Israel do what?
Hope in the Lord.
Read on.
For with the Lord there is mercy.
It said, for the Lord there's forgiveness, and also that with the Lord there's what?
There is mercy.
There's mercy with the Most High. There's forgiveness. There's mercy. What else the Most High got to give? Read on.
And with him is plenteous redemption.
And with the Most High, there's plenteous what?
Redemption.
All these equal a comeback. That's what all these amount to. The Most High just want to come back. He just wants you to return back to Him. And if you know this, if you understand this, then like David understood this, because David did make mistakes. David committed adultery. Stole a man's wife and got her pregnant. But he also paid the price for that too.
Yeah.
But with that expensive lesson, David understood that there is forgiveness, there's mercy, and there's plenteousness of what?
Redemption.
And redemption. The Most High will save me. Read on.
And he shall redeem Israel.
And he shall redeem who?
Israel.
Go ahead.
From all his iniquities.
And the Most High, and he said he will redeem Israel from all his iniquities. Meaning what? The Most High is merciful. We deserve worse than what we get. We really deserve worse. Finish that Haggai chapter 1 verse 9.
No, I deserve better.
Yeah.
Haggai chapter 1 and verse 9 reads, Ye look for much.
It said you look for much because you're not evaluating my relationship with you. Read on.
And lo, it came to little.
Read on.
And when ye brought it home, I did blow upon it. Why? Said the Lord of hosts.
He said, why do I blow on everything you do? Why do I keep setting you back? Causing you to go through hard times? You're supposed to ask yourself that question. But the Most High said, I'll answer it for you. Why do I do it? Read.
Because of mine house that is waste.
Because you didn't put me what? First. That's why the Most High said, you didn't put me first. That's why you suffer on a personal level. That's why we suffer on a personal level. Because we don't put the Most High first. It's not very deep. It's not hard to understand. You have a priority that's not the Most High, so He blows on everything that you touch. He blows on your priorities. Is that deep?
No.
But somewhere Israel don't tie the two together. We don't put them two things together as a direct reflection of one another. Read on.
And ye run every man unto his own house.
And you still go back to your house. Read on.
Therefore the heaven over you is stayed from dew.
It said the heaven over you is stayed from dew. It says in a one of these commentaries, I don't know which one of them. One of these commentaries say that in the summertime from March or April to October in Israel, the dew is extra heavy. And without the dew, all the crops will be insufficient to yield. Like the crops in Israel during the hot season depend on the dew that's on the ground in the morning to make it through the hot summer. So if the Most High stops the dew from coming on the ground in the morning, the harvest won't survive the summer. It's dependent upon the Most High to drop that dew down in order for those crops to survive the hot summer. It's critical. They're dependent on that. They're dependent on the Lord. So if the Most High hold back the dew, everything they're supposed to yield from April to October, those crops are lost. All the Most High got to do is just say, no, I ain't going to put no dew down. Ain't no dew. There's going to be no dew on the ground in the morning. And everything you planted from April to October will dry up. All that breaking the ground, tilling the ground, plowing the ground, dropping seeds down, all that hard work that you did expecting something from April to October don't amount to nothing. It's dry. Read on.
Therefore, the heaven over you is stayed from dew.
Is it Most High said, no, you know what I'm going to keep doing? I'm going to keep holding the dew back. So that way, everything that you touch, so until you understand it, until you put two and two together, that your lifestyle and the lack of it is a direct reflection of your priority not being in me, making your priority not me. I'm not the priority. So everything's got to be put on hold. Since you put me on hold, then your benefits are going to be put on hold. Your goals are going to be put on hold. Your wants are going to be put on hold. Your labor going to be put on hold. Everything going to be put on hold. So you put me on hold.
Everybody's on hold.
Everybody's on hold, bro. Specifically, what it takes to survive. He put that on hold too. Read on.
And the earth is stayed from her fruit.
And I'm gonna make sure the earth don't yield. You're not gonna eat, bro. I'm gonna hold back the things necessary for survival. The things that you depend on won't yield themselves to you because you don't depend on me. Read on.
And I called for a drought upon the land.
He said, and I'm gonna call for what?
Drought upon the land.
That means I'm gonna dry up everything on the land. Everything needed for your living condition. I'm gonna call for a drought.
All the resources.
All your resources, things you need to survive, your subsistence. Read on.
And upon the mountains, and upon the corn, and upon the new wine, and upon the oil, and upon that which the ground bringeth forth.
He said, I'm going to touch what the ground bring forth. But more importantly, because we think, well, shit, that's just the ground. That don't affect me. That's just the mountains. That don't affect me. That's just the oil. I don't drink wine no way. That new wine is affect. I don't affect me. I don't drink no wine anyway. I cook with Crisco. I don't cook with no oil. That don't affect me anyway. So the Most High said, okay, it don't affect you, then what? Read on.
And upon men.
He said, then I'm going to put it on what?
Men.
I'm going to put the drought on you. Since you think that you have this selfish indifference. It doesn't matter to you because it doesn't affect you directly. So just in case you got that selfish indifference, I'm going to put the drought on you so it can affect you directly. Read on.
And upon cattle, and upon all the labor of the hands.
They're all the labor of what?
The hands.
Is he talking about ashy hands? Is he talking about you going to need some lotion? He's talking about like,
everything you do.
He ain't talking about no ashy hands, is he? Although I be having some ashy ass hands, I ain't gonna lie about that. But he ain't talking about you need some lotion on your hands. When he says he gonna put the drought on your hands, meaning the Most High is gonna dry up your labor, meaning what you work for won't produce. What you put your strength to perform will come up short. That's why he said he'll put the drought on your hands. I mean, all that work that you do every day, it ain't adding up. You coming up short at the end of the week. You coming up short at the end of the month. You'll be back in the same position next month. And we don't understand it. Because we're not putting two and two together. We're not coinciding our living condition as a reflection of our disobedience to the Father. Somebody got to wake us up. Read.
Then Zerubbabel, the son of...
No, stop right there.
Come on.
Give me Zechariah, last verse. Zechariah chapter 8, verse 14.
Zechariah chapter 8 and verse 14. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, as I thought to punish you.
He said, man, you know what? You deserve hell of punishment. I should sting you right now for making me last. For not putting me first. He said, but what? As I thought to punish you, read on.
When your fathers provoked me to wrath.
You know what? When the Most High said he swore in his wrath that they shall not see the promised land, Did they see the promised land?
Nope.
No, they did not. Because the Most High made an oath. He swore an oath in his wrath that they're not going to see the promised land. And they didn't see the promised land. So was the Most High a man of his word?
Come.
So he said, as I've been in the past with your forefathers, I've been a man of my word with your forefathers, and I said that they weren't going to see the promised land, they didn't see the promised land. Read.
When your fathers provoked me to wrath, saith the Lord of hosts, and I repented not.
It said, and I didn't change. The Most High said, you know what? They provoked me to wrath, they brought it on their damn self, and I gave it to them. I gave them what they deserve. I did that to your fathers. I gave them what they deserve. And I didn't change. But the Most High said this, on the flip side, because I'm a man of my word, and I promised you mercy, then I'm not going to go back on mercy. I promise you forgiveness, and I'm not going to go back on forgiveness. I promise you redemption, and I'm not going to go back on redemption, because I'm a man of my word. Read.
So again, have I thought in these days to do well unto Jerusalem and to the house of Judah. Fear ye not.
They said, that's why he said now, hey, don't be afraid of me. Don't be afraid of me. The Most High said, you can come to him. Don't be afraid. Don't tippy-toe to him. Man, if I do anything wrong, he's going to take anything. He's going to take everything and drop me up. Don't be afraid of the Most High. He said he kept his word. He's a man of his word. As he made a promise to do evil, he did it. As he made a promise to do good, he's going to do you good. We got to understand that. It's both. It goes both ways. Read on.
Verse 16. These are the things that ye shall do.
He said, but hey, if I'm going to do something good to you, I need something from you. There's something I need from you. If you're going to get this good that I got a mission for you. What's the mission the Most High got for us to guarantee the good he got for us? What is the mission? Read on.
Speak ye every man the truth to his neighbor.
Stop lying to who?
His neighbor.
Stop lying to your people. Stop lying to one another. If you're gonna get the good that I got set up in store, then I'm examining how you're treating, how you're talking to the people around you. Stop talking crazy to the people around you. If you're gonna get this good. Stop lying. Stop saying, I'm not gonna do this, and you do it. Stop saying, I changed, I don't do that no more, and you turn around and do it. Stop saying, I'm not gonna go over there, and you go over there. Stop lying. Well, if the Most High has to be a man of his word, then won't you be a man of your word, or woman of your word? Won't you make the changes that you said you were going to make? Won't you be committed? Most High is committed. Read on.
Execute the judgment of truth and peace in your gates.
It says, execute the judgment of what?
Truth. Judgment of truth and peace in your gates.
He said, listen, treat the people around you with truth and what?
Peace.
And peace. That means stop being abrasive. Stop being a butthead to everybody around you. Stop lashing out on people. Stop pointing the finger. Well, stop criminalizing everybody. Stop looking at people the wrong way. Be fair to one another. If you're going to get the good I have to give you. Read on.
Verse 17. And let none of you imagine evil in your hearts against his neighbor.
And you know what? Change the way you look at your brothers and sisters. You got a negative, nasty-ass outlook to the people that you labor with in Christ. Don't be lying and say you don't either. Because you do. There's brothers and sisters that you labor with in Christ that you got a negative-ass outlook to. And you're lying if you say you don't. So what does the Most High care about? Relationships. How you treat one another. The Most High cares about relationships. So if you're going to get the good that the Most High has to give you, you better secure your relationships with the people around you. It all comes down to how you treat each other. That's what's important to the Most High. When he said, my house lie waste, you could treat people in your house right. Barely. But the people that you actually work with in Christ, you treat them like what? Crap. See, we ain't talking about the Most High wants some planks and some vermilion and some wainscoting and some crown molding in his house. We ain't talking about that. What the Most High, what's important to the Most High is how you treat one another. That's how you invest into his house. Stop lying to one another. Show justice and piety and equity to one another. Be fair to one another. And remove that negative ass outlook you got towards one another. Read that last verse again.
Zechariah chapter 8 and verse 17. Let none of you imagine evil in your hearts against his neighbor, and love no false oath.
And stop swearing falsely. Saying you're going to do something and you don't. You're going to change. Read.
For all these things that I hate.
He said, for how you treat one another, I hate it. I hate how you deal with one another. I hate how you look at each other. I hate how you hate your own people, your own nation. That's what I need from you. That's my mission for you if I'm going to give you this good I got in store. Finish that.
Saith the Lord.
That's it. Any questions? With that, we're going to say shalom. We'll see you on Friday. Imagine we'll plumb walk with them, rise and face the east. All right, Shalom Israel Online. We'll see you on Friday.